So I don't know none of them lame ass channels. I do try to support my boy Hamp a little bit. So I see some of the lame niggas that have channels on his channels, like the what's the little nigga Chaotic Truth. He a lame. The Tommy dude is a lame. The I don't know Angry Man. All them. If you up here arguing about women 7 days a week, you one of the niggas I'm talking about.
Mr. Fantastic said women are the problem in the community. You count that as lame?
Yeah, you know, like, so this is what happens, bro. Like, a lame dude, he more times than not gonna operate around like terrible ass women. So this is experience. So he's just talking about what he know.
Rest in peace to my pops. He told me guard your hearts. When I'm out here and I'm dealing with women.
Yeah, real quick. Nah, he ain't really had no smoke. He was just essentially saying
exactly.
Well, a lot of dudes deal with them different, but the way I do, I think most dudes don't do it the way I do. I do my shit, just raw shit.
So now what? Now that you've done all this research, what's the solution? Like, because what it sounds like is like you're armed with, yeah, that's not true, it's propaganda.
I think a lot of dudes, when they meet these women out on the street, you know, they automatically want to take her out the street and I want to save her.
And that's usually what it ends up referencing, like talking about women's bodies and being fat and who we can call fat, who we can't call fat.
Not what she wants, you know, and then they wonder why they have issues with these females.
Come on, you know how we about to come, man. Listen, TD Jakes just gave a sermon, man. I ain't got time for that.
You taking her out of her natural habitat, her environment.
How much longer are we going to go through this and saying you're not better than us?
In the street, in the club, in the hookah lounge, and now you want to put her in the kitchen with the pots and pans, and now you wonder why you got an issue.
We need the reality check. Is it really a reality check? Like,
what environment do you consider the streets?
They claim he won't smoke, but let's get to it.
Strip club.
How long are we going to keep on going through? Y'all ain't ish.
Hookah lounge.
I'm gonna be honest, my first thought was, oh shit.
Bar.
Now, brother.
Lamb chop.
Now that y'all have combated these stats, what is the solution? What are y'all going to do?
All the shit that they like.
I was like, okay, well, we might be going in a direction.
Crab royal. You know what I'm saying?
The last person thought anybody lame is a married nigga, my nigga.
It's a game, bro. Like, when you get married, it's like they look at you, they're like, all right, I got him already. He's done. He ain't going nowhere.
Society assumes, due to the lies and the purposeful propaganda and the narrative, society assumes that a black woman is doing better than me.
Once they get that mindset, you ain't going nowhere. Yeah. Like, it just.
Yeah, I was thinking about body shaming and like
the sex slows down and you invested. It's like oh, it's finito, bro.
Brother, you are at risk. You don't even know it. Okay, it will pay you to listen to us so you can put yourself in a better situation that you already fucked up in. Secondly, dog, you haven't said anything. You're not even a funny guy. You're kind of funny looking. You know what I'm saying? Your hairline bad. That's why you're bald. That's why you're bald. You know what I'm saying? You got a dad hat on to the back.
So if you get a chick out of any one of those environments, you playing yourself.
I think so. Most 80 to 90% of the time.
If that black woman is dealing with me, she's somehow dating down or she's settling simply because I'm a black man.
If you don't believe who cares what society thinks, fantastic.
No. And again, it's not just when she's
it's about men.
Yeah, but hold on.
No, men. I just don't have the dialogue.
And this is another thing too. Dudes that they think they the first dudes. Like, oh yeah, she brought me to her crib. She ain't never brought nobody here. Or this is the first time she ever been. No.
I would never say no shit like that. My woman is awesome. The women I'm around are amazing. Like, I'm around amazing black women all the time. All right, I don't have that experience. So when I see people say that shit, I just know that you just don't get no good women. Like you picking from the bottom of the barrel and then getting on the internet complaining about it.
Well, you really got to pay attention to that.
My body ain't got a price on it.
Well, he got to vet her out.
It can't be bought.
Let's see, like, is she following your lead? That's a basic one right there.
What I'm saying is again, the narrative is that the black woman is the breadwinner. You had Dr. Umar Johnson tell this lie, even.
A lot of dudes, they deal with women who give them resistance. Like if I say, okay, meet me here, be at the crib at 6 o'clock. She like, no, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be there at 7:30. Well, no, you not come to the crib then.
Fine, she's not. So what? You get with the woman, she's not the breadwinner. That's so now what? Just get in a relationship. Like
other dudes like, it's all right. It's all right. We can work it out. No, it's basic things. Can you follow my lead?
What's the first rule? You guys know?
No, acknowledge there's a problem. That's fine. But I think we stayed there too long. That's it.
No. You asked the question, right? So I'm answering the question in terms of acknowledging that you have a problem, not that there is a problem. We are talking about the problem, but we have to acknowledge, like, okay, most enrolled is not the most educated, but are people conceding the point? Are we saying that we are the most jailed black men? Are we saying, you know what, that's right, we got to change that shit and then stop saying free yayo? Are we doing those things?
Yeah. Are you outside every weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Are you posting on social media, showing off your body? You know, that's just simple things that dudes ignore because they fall in love with what they see.
You said you had to get her up out of these streets. So I'll just leave that to you because I don't want to disrespect the queen. I'm not going to do that. I'm not.
Let's get a response.
First off, I never said no safe on the street. If you knew who my wife was, you know that ain't even in the fucking cards. But yeah, nigga, like you lame. So you don't have the same experience that I have, right? So this marriage shit seems like death to you, right? Because them sorry assholes you mess with, marrying them would be death, right? It'll be a terrible experience. But that's not my experience. I'm a fly nigga. I meet awesome women, right? So he locking down one, it ain't no problem with that. The shit I done already did.
You're stuttering for one, brother, but where I'm from, fly niggas don't wear backward tight dad hats, first off. Secondly, brother, what? Real fake, brother. You better check my passport, nigga. This from Dubai. Hold on. No, brother, this from Dubai, brother. Have you even been there? Do you have your passport, brother? This from Dubai. This is more to your rent, my nigga. This is more to your rent. Or do you have a mortgage or you got rent?
What you think?
Rent.
Okay.
What you can't have is rent, my nigga. Yeah. I had a mortgage since I was 24, so don't play with it, young fella.
Seeking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Seeking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Seeking a place where young free.
Direction, choose your own path.
Don't just wear anything. Wear garments that mean something. You got hats. You got sweatshirts. You got jackets. We even got hoodies. Let's not forget our classic tees. Direction, choose your own path.
The message is always in the cloth, the colors, the designs, the fit. Basic. Stay alert, and remember, choose your own path.
Seeking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Still watch what you say out your mouth, cause 50 shots still turn the gun out. I'm Mr. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. When I'm traveling, get that when I'm traveling, six-pack wood when I'm traveling, when I'm traveling.
direction, choose your own path.
You know this is the home of We Major, Me Frosty, Unfamous, and the restricted clothing brands. Let's get it.
The message is always in the cloth, the colors, the designs, the fit. Basic. Pay attention. Stay alert. And remember, choose your own path.
When I'm traveling, six pack, when I'm traveling, 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 six pack, when I'm traveling. The shit, seeking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right up on the shit. Seeking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right up on the shit. Seeking a place where young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right up on the shit. Walk you safe, I'm shit, mouth good, 50 shots still, you turn to your town. When I'm traveling.
Yo, check. Goody. Poppin', man.
Wow.
How you?
Doing okay. How you doing?
I'm doing the right thing, man. I'm trying my best anyway. You know?
Yeah, no?
Regular shit, man. Let's pop it, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Let's get it, man. All right, let me see. Let me see you in the chat real quick. We get it popping. We got Daily in the building. What's popping? Fish in the fit. Salute. Mr. Williams, of course. Light skin Nay. What's goody? Mel, you already know. Logan was popping. Riri in the building.
Wow.
Riri was shaking. The Majesty in the building. Salute. Mr. JTK was popping. CJ was goody, my boy. Andrew was popping. Miss Jilly in the building. Make sure I say what's up with Miss Jilly. Pete's was goody. Aaron in the building. Homeboy Shalawam Ak was popping. Jada Gray. Damn, I had it backwards that hat on in the video too. Oh my god, damn. Jay Wills, what up? Sozan in the building. Salute my G Vet Life. Keisha 100 was good. Good to see you. Griff the guy. Yes, sir. Serving on y'all. Shalom. Aki was popping. Good to see you. Let me see. Nightbot behaving. That's always a plus. The Joker was goody. Quincy in the building. What's up, baby? How's everything? Salute. Fifi, what's up? Missy T, what's up? Bino in the building. What's good? Melly Mel was popping. Be Original was popping. DJ Riff was popping. Good to see you, man. Tommy was good, kid. Lionhearted was good. Tommy said, what's up, Sherelle? This lady died, Jane. That's all right. Jada American support. Yeah, that gotta be lady died. Talking about Pretty in Pink. Perfect. That's what's up, man. Salute. Strada was popping. You already. Tuning in the SPS, man. One of the moderators piece dropped the link. Jane was good. He putting claim on it, huh? Rebecca, salute. Mr. McBride in the building. Hit the like button, man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Terrell.
Yeah.
Journey was good. Callie was good. So, she claimed. Okay. Shit like that. I figured as much, James. I ain't want to make a assumption out loud. It's only 130 people here so far, so I guess I can say it. I figured that, James. It makes sense. It makes sense now. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you gave her a chance, B. You feel me? That's always good. I'm not eating like that though. That's that's diabolical, Sherelle. You're not a walrus, my nigga. You know. Sporty was popping. Marcus was good. What Mufasa? I think I just saw. I thought it was Samuel Shalom. AC, what up? Mufasa in the building, man. Damn, yo, that shit's crazy, bro. What you had that you had to go that far back to eat it?
It's ice. That's what I eat for breakfast every morning. Chick-fil-A ice.
Ice?
I eat like 4 cups a day.
Word. Listen, man, we got 50 likes and we got 130 people in the building, man. Let's make it make sense.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be here for a good time. Oh, Lady Naveau, I apologize. I apologize, man. One house, what up?
What are you saying?
Oh, it ain't super. So, let me ask you guys a question. Put a 1 in the chat if the women are the leaders. Queen T, what's up? Put a 1 in the chat if the women are the leaders. Let me know.
Anybody see no ones in that chat?
Put a 1 in the chat if the women are the leaders. Put a 1 in the chat. Black Seinfeld, what up? Marcus, what up? Be Warren, what up? Lady Naveau, you got it. You gotta vote. You gotta vote. Sis, what up? Wapo, what up? Black King in the building. Salute. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Struggle Lover was popping. Now, what y'all think, man? What you think, Sherelle?
I don't know.
All right, let me see.
Women don't even want to be leaders.
I think a lot of times heavy is the head. I think that leaders are chosen oftentimes. I don't think they are selected, you know? Like, I think there's one thing, you know, if a motherfucker got to keep telling you the leader or he got to prove to the person he's trying to lead that he's the leader, he probably ain't one. Right? What you think of that? Just in terms of a premise.
Some people I think that people have a majority.
You said
of people
some, so I agree because you said some. So there's some out there, right? But
I just said
what's a stronger statement?
But I changed it.
Okay, go
if
ahead.
you let me finish, Jesus Christ.
Nah, y'all been doing it a lot. Go ahead.
Majority of people have a knack to challenge authority. It don't mean that you're not authority. It just means that people want to challenge authority. Doesn't change what authority is.
Well, where's the authority?
Children challenge their parents. Aren't their parents their leaders?
I don't think that's a fair comparison at all.
How is it not?
Because you can leverage punishment to a child, right?
You can leverage punishment to a woman.
You have agent. No, you can't. You have agency over the child, right? Even spanking of the child is recognized in the states, right? And there's a differentiation.
Mm-hmm. You can leave a woman.
And that's the only so-called punishment, right? But then we just talked about it ad nauseum yesterday about what options are people leaving for if they overcome by their natural proclivities to have sex, right? And then let's stop acting like it's just so easy to leave a person in a situation when they start acting up. We make excuses for a lot of shit. So why don't we, as opposed to the platitudes of just leaving, what's actually happening?
What you mean? What's actually happening?
Motherfuckers ain't leaving. Think about it. Niggas ain't leaving.
Niggas be leaving. I don't know where
niggas ain't leaving because you look at the initiation of divorce. Niggas ain't leaving, right? Just on that alone, right? But
just
we
because they're not initiating the divorce doesn't mean that they're not leaving.
What are they doing?
Men will leave before that. Go to the store to get some milk.
Come on, man.
And never come back.
I'm just thinking.
Like men will leave. They'll leave the relationship. They'll find another woman to give them some peace. Side chicks, all of that. That's all part of leaving.
Okay, so now you can add that in to justify you saying men leaving because they do what?
Huh?
So you're saying because they step out, that's leaving?
Yeah, stepping out of your marriage is leaving.
Okay, but it's not, right? So literally, it's not leaving the relationship.
And anyway, majority of people are like even married. So it's not about like men leaving, but maybe the men don't leave their marriages because they have more to lose. But men leave relationships all the time. Before they even leave them all the time, they avoid them.
That's pure speculation, right?
That's not pure speculation. I bet you if you ask the majority of men, have they broke up with their girlfriends or their girlfriends broke up with them, they broke up with their girlfriends.
But men just don't leave, right? I think I think this the crux of the matter, right? I think what I was more so painting out was you can't dish out no punishment like you can for a kid. You can't ground her. You can't spank her. You can't take her toys away. You can't take her Nintendo and all that other shit that you could do with a child. Also, a child has a childlike mindset, has a child's mindset, right? So the child also expects to be punished and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. Every single thing with the woman, she can change what she agreed to on the drop of a dime and vice versa. I think
okay.
So I'm just saying
women are the leader. Can women do that to men? What can women do to men to chastise them? Besides leave.
Take away sex.
Men can take away sex too.
Men don't.
But they can.
But they don't, right? So it's inconsequential if they don't, right? Because the biological imperative that's thrown all around, right, is too strong. So at 3 a.m., if she got a vagina, niggas is smash.
At 3 a.m., what's going on? You know that's the devil hour.
Well, what I'm saying is, at 3 a.m., niggas is I used to scroll, right? You got the first ones, then the second ones, then the third one, and you got the fifth tier chicks. Like, fuck it, man. I'll at least get some head or something.
Tier 5. What's a tier 5 chick?
Like a booger wolf or something. Like a barilla, like, you know what I'm saying? So if we don't have any agency over ourselves being our penises, right? And she can literally. What'd you say?
You do.
But we don't, right? You hear too many conversations that say we do. Why are you saying that?
Because you do. Because if there's men who have the ability to be disciplined in that area, then all men are capable of being disciplined in that area.
No,
not to.
People misunderstand outliers, right? Right? You can't use an outlier to make a point. outliers actually prove what's common, right? They're an outlier because the norm is actually opposite of what they do, right? So when we take this walk in a genuine fashion, right? Men, we articulate it day in and day out that we don't have agency over our penises, right? So she can leave and she could take away sex.
Okay, so she has the one up. That's the one up. I can see that she could take away sex.
If it's biological for me to want to have sex, right? That's not just a one up. That's a fucking kryptonite. Think about it. That's why.
So you're saying women are leaders in relationships?
Yeah, but I'm trying to cook the whole thing, right? Like, let's think about it. If a nigga say he got raped, niggas laugh, yes or no?
Yeah.
I just covered this shit on Kendra G, where like she just like, nigga, ain't nobody do nothing to you. When Mr. Fantastic tell his story about the stealing of the sperm, the motherfucker, what he get? Fuck out of here, nigga. You shouldn't have been there, etc. Right? Because that's how real that superpower is. This shit is crazy. And then women control the market. Right? You heard that before?
No.
Women control the market, the sexual marketplace.
Well, yeah. Because they control access to sex.
Think about this. And now
But the market is in shambles.
Regardless, right? We're not saying they're good leaders. I just said they are leaders.
Okay.
You see? So think about this, right? Because if they control sex and niggas is literally selling a soul to get some pussy, how can they not be the leaders? Niggas know I gotta prove myself. I gotta not get the things that I want from her just to get sex, and she know that.
Yeah, but I just don't feel like that because sex is everywhere. A woman can't. It's easier for a man to get sex out of a woman than for a woman to get what she wants out of a man. That a man can run through 300 women sexually and obtain sex for 300 or 500 in a lifetime. A woman would never get 300 men to marry her. She will never get 500 men to love, cherish her, provide for her, protect her. All these things that she wants. So how is she the leader? She's the loser.
That's the thing.
We're not the leaders. We're
the
losers.
Bro, that's the thing. That's the thing. And now I'm trying to figure out if maybe you wasn't tuned in yesterday, because you text me 1,000 times, great show, and then I'm like, what you saying now? I'm wondering if did you miss a couple spots, right?
Just because I like the show, don't mean I agree with everything y'all was saying.
But this is what was being said though, right? You know, so like
I don't believe any of those men that be on the panel talking. I be knowing them too much to know that they be full of shit.
Yeah, maybe so. But what I'm saying is that their sentiments are generally shared, right? So, I lost my train of thought. I was trying to say, what did you say? Oh, here's the thing. As soon as women got the ability to do what men do, they did it. So we grew up thinking that women wanted the white picket fence, the house, the car, and all that, right? But then I started to think about it. If as soon as sexual liberation hit, we got all the way up to a slut walk. We got women being homosexual at phenomenal rates, right? We got women getting abortions left and right. And I'm being hyperbolic, but you catch my drift, right? We look at the STD outbreaks, you know, and I hear the excuse that it's only women being shown up on these outbreaks because men don't go to the doctor, right? The fact that y'all even in the running with us to have the most STDs is the problem enough. So women I
said, well, they sleeping with each other, so I would think, you know, people sleep with each other so people get STD.
Yeah. So, but I'm just looking at the sexual appetite of women. Soon as the door was open, y'all motherfuckers ran through that and kept running. Cause now y'all couple it, because you know it's leverage, with the very small minority of women that are on OnlyFans as an example. Mm-hmm. You see? So that whole marriage, white picket fence shit is gone.
No, I just feel like they don't think that they can obtain it. So people are doing what they want. Like you go in the hood and everybody eating poke and beans and noodles and Kool-Aid. That's not meaning. Oh, I would rather Kool-Aid and noodles over steak. No, but this is what we got. Mm-mm. And black people, that's especially black people, we don't have a time with what we got.
I disagree.
We're gonna turn what we got into, yes, we are. We're gonna turn what we got because we the have-nots. And people, a lot of times we think that have-nots gonna focus on.
I disagree because the rhetoric is marriage. What are the benefits? Marriage is slavery. You were connected to men because you couldn't obtain resources at the same rates. Now that we see these things happening, oftentimes the things that men are judged on, women can now obtain, and therefore it's less appreciated when it comes from a man because she could do it by herself.
I don't believe it. But I'm not gonna fall into the fable because I'm a woman. I'm not believing what women tell men or what they say on panels to try to make themselves feel better. At the end of the day, they want marriage. At the end of the day, if the man that they were in love with wanted to marry them, they would get married.
Prove it is what I'm saying.
You can't prove it because the men that they want to marry them don't want to marry them. Which puts the man back in control.
So you just purely speculating.
You're purely speculating.
No, you're
automatically assuming because women are not married that marriage is the goal.
Just because you're not going I'm gonna tell you right now, interjecting every 10 seconds ain't gonna help you win this conversation, right? So I'm simply putting these things in front of you, right? I'm just putting them in front of us, really, right? The STD thing isn't speculation. Abortion isn't speculation. Right? Homosexuality amongst women isn't speculation. Those things are actual. The marriage rates between our people, that's not speculation.
And you feel like that's not a direct result of people just having any way with what they have?
No, this what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that women's natural inclinations are very similar to ours, right?
Okay, so because men can, if it's biological for women to have sex within the same way as men, why are women controlling the sex? How are they in control of it?
So the imperative is obviously there because of the sexual appetite, right? And it's okay. So now that it's okay and the judgment is less, you see women having very similar conduct as men, except for they have a better control mechanism and they know how to leverage it. Men have zero control damn near. And we don't leverage our penises.
But I don't get how we can talk about the children out of wedlock. We can talk about the STDs, and then we can still in the same breath say that women have more control. How?
Yeah. Yes, because if they're
getting more STDs than y'all, that means they're sleeping around more than y'all are sleeping around. They have less control. Women beg for sex, women beg for relationships, women do the same shit. So my whole thing is, if they have that biological imperative, then y'all on the same page again.
No, you just, I don't even know what you really said, to be honest, right? You're saying because they have STDs, that means they don't have control. That doesn't correlate.
How does catching multiple STDs show that you have control over your sex? Over your vagina?
Because they control. You just said women control access, right?
I'm talking about self-control. The self-control. They don't have the self-control.
They control access. So when you have the dynamic, men and women, right? Women fuck who they want, men fuck who they can. Right?
Take this walk with me. Take this walk with me. If women are,
but you're not. No. Because that's the thing. You're talking about diseases, right? So you're saying how do they have all these diseases? How does that show self-control? Right? So women want to smash, period. But they use sex to manipulate the men, even if they are rambunctious as hell. So that's the thing, right? Though it's a conflation, right? Those things actually can coexist because they fuck the niggas they want, but they make sure they get something out of them first. And that something out of them ain't marriage, right? This is the landscape. And so men, we are controlled, right, by our loins. Women notice, and therefore they leverage it.
Okay.
Go ahead. What you think? Not
Okay,
not think of what I think, but what you think overall.
I just don't think it's. I just think that's just a dumb excuse. I think it's an excuse.
What excuse for what?
It's just an excuse to not have to not to do what you want to do.
What? Sorry, who isn't an excuse for? Sorry, maybe I misunderstood.
Men.
Break it down.
I feel like men can control the sexual market. Men don't. I don't think that women are just like in control of men. I think men do whatever they want to do. Yeah, they'll smash it and they'll move on. There's so many men that can smash and move on. That's not controlling. They're not being controlled in a relationship by sex.
Is that the minority of men?
Majority of men.
The majority of men what?
Are not controlled by sex.
So now the majority of men aren't controlled by sex.
No. I'm serious. Men go to war, men go offshore, men go to jail. Like, it's so many places that men are like there where there's no sex. No women. At all.
Wait a minute.
For real.
So you saying
like it's too much proof. Like, men are willing to go to the military where they ain't gonna be around women or be able to have sex. There's barely women in the military.
You need a job.
Men will do that. Men go to war. Men go work offshore. They go to all these different places where it's not a bunch of women. So these men are not being controlled by sex. They can't even get sex all the time.
You saying because the men go to work?
They be gone. We can't say truck drivers because they be with a lot of lizards, but
come on, man. That is
the way I think niggas in jail don't even like women.
Now I think that you have way better rebuttal than that. If a nigga go to work, he must not like sex. Don't even make no sense.
No, it don't mean like he don't like sex. It just means that he's not controlled by sex.
No, people go to work and make sacrifices all the time, right?
Yeah, but I feel like majority of men are more controlled by their purpose than they are by sex.
Have you heard the stories about the dudes in the military?
No.
All right. Well, you need to hear some stories. And the truck drivers.
Are you like when they go like to places? Of course they have sex.
And the niggas that here's the thing, right? And the niggas that drill offshore. What do you think? You think a lot lizard is only exclusive to a lot?
So wait, you think they got a lot lizards offshore?
They come back home, right? When they drill offshore, they don't stay out there. They go back.
They be gone for like 30 days at a time.
But they go to town. They not living just in like remote places, right? They kind of build up these areas, right?
Where they live on the boat, huh?
But they be back and forth. You see what I'm saying? This shit is because it's something that can be sold and leveraged at it's almost they say it's oversaturated, but the women that want to do it can do it.
Yeah, I guess.
Come on, man. You know what time it is. Come on, man. Don't do that, right?
I'm just women are leaders. I don't know.
Well, think about it though. Who was leading, Adam or Eve?
Adam.
Who was leading, Adam or Eve?
Adam.
So then how did the woman tell him, go ahead and do this? Fuck what God talking about. If you told somebody that story, if you told an alien, the alien dropped down and say, yo, tell me about this nigga Adam. Yo, man, this nigga Adam got us in a world of shit, bro. Listening to his woman. So then, now that he was listening to his woman, who was the leader? Why are you playing the game?
The serpent was the leader, actually.
No, the serpent was the side nigga talking that talk and got that woman to turn on her husband and the Most High God. But she made that choice and then talked him into it. Who's the leader in that circumstance?
In that circumstance, Eve led him to.
Come on, man.
That nigga wanted to eat that fruit. Y'all be telling the story how y'all want to tell a story. I know Adam in real life.
Look at this. This bill right here, right? Let me just walk this pack because you wilding. Now, Unborn Child Support Act. Look at this shit right here. sponsor, Senator Kevin Kramer of the Finance Committee. This is a dude. I'm not going to read this all to y'all, right? But essentially, this bill requires states to apply child support obligation to the time period during fucking pregnancy. With 30% of niggas not even being the father. Did you see in Jamaica? It was like 62% or something.
Well, you can only pay child support if you get a DNA test, right?
Huh?
You can only pay child support if you get a DNA test.
This requirement is applicable retroactively based on court order at the request of the pregnant parent and the determination by a physician of the month which the child was conceived. They don't even say that.
So as soon as I get pregnant, if I say it's for Kevin Durant, he got to pay.
Joe, look at this shit.
That's not true because
we not.
Every woman can get pregnant and be like, this just baby.
We not. See, this is what was happening yesterday. They started talking about cars. We ain't talking about cars. We talking about men voting some shit like this in, knowing that the paternity fraud is 30%. You see what I'm saying?
Is it can't be just anybody can say that I'm pregnant for you. It would have to be a DNA test afterwards. It has to be DNA to get this child.
Look what it's saying. Based on a court order at the request of the pregnant parent and the determination by a physician of the month during which the child was conceived. You see? That you see? And I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong, but I don't really want to go back and forth about what it should be. I'm just looking at what it says, and men voted this shit in. And there's nuances in a bunch of states and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw this initially in Kentucky, and when we looked at their state legislature, it was like 90% men voted this shit in, knowing that paternity fraud is 30%. You see? But niggas been doing this since time immemorial. I just brought this up because it was just interesting to me, and I understand that states have variants. You know what I mean?
So your issue is that a man is voting it in.
But think about this. It doesn't benefit no men. It don't benefit men.
In the eyes of people who pay taxes, they feel like when men don't take care of their kids, the government has to take care of their kids. Yeah. So it does. Within that way, if in the people's minds that vote for stuff or bring up situations like that, they feel like this. If everybody was doing what they were supposed to be doing family-wise, we wouldn't have so much welfare going on. We wouldn't have so much.
Oh no, we would have welfare regardless, right? We
wouldn't have so much of it.
It don't even compute, right? It's so many people on welfare for several reasons, right? Child support is a moneymaker, but I'm just looking at it, the fact that men, knowing how this system works, knowing how it probably needs to be revamped and flawed, in 2022 still wanted to vote some shit like this in, right? Because I think this is really because these men ain't in charge.
You think the men ain't in charge?
Hell no. Not if he voting this shit like it, he can't be in charge. Oh, let's read these real quick.
Men started a lot of stuff.
That I know that. That's what I'm saying. Let's walk.
You think they're doing these things that are in the favor of women because women are controlling them?
What you think about this? You do something that don't benefit you, generally benefits her. You do it anyway. That's how manipulation works.
I thought that's what y'all wanted. That was y'all purpose.
Don't jump ahead of the convo though. Don't jump ahead of the conversation. You know what I mean? Let's read these. Callie Beverly files in. Men will check out long before a woman actually files the paperwork. It's just all speculation, right? And we understand the reason in which things are filed is what it is, right? That wasn't the argument, because what the question was what punishments can you leverage, right? So if he's still there paying bills and doing all this other shit, he ain't scot-free, right? But we were talking about the punishment specifically. There he is. It's popping. Darius in the building. Salute my brother who gifted 5 memberships. Whoever got blessed with one, please maintain it. Marcus Evans with the fellows. Yo, bro, Hamp, question. Historically, are women the best leaders? Historically, I would say no. Historically, you know. But I'm kind of talking like right now. But I would say no, my brother. Mr. McBride with the $5 says, Sherelle, you made so much sense on the Super Nigga show. Now you back to being obtuse. You want to respond to this?
I don't respond to negativity.
Jada Gray, what up, though? Been a member for 14 months. Salute. Appreciate you, man. 100%. LOL. Only the top tier men are men. Only the top tier men are women want control the sexual market. Sherelle, the regulars y'all don't control shit. Yeah, it's definitely a lower percentage that even can do a lot of the shit you were saying. Marcus Evans with the $5 says, so let me get this bullshit straight. Women control the axis of sex, but men control the sex market. Interesting.
Nobody said that.
Yeah, it was her argument which is not a good one.
You control yourself.
You control yourself, right? But you hear too many men talk. You see too many men buying. You see too many men getting ran over for that to even be true. You know, too many men don't even have access, right? So when they get access, they take access, right? Consensually.
So because people have made lack of self-control a norm, we feel like that's just a biological imperative for us not to have. Then stop telling women that they're fat, because that's a direct. They cannot control themselves when it comes to eating. So don't tell them. It's just the majority of women are fat. It means we are incapable of controlling ourselves when it comes to eating.
Yeah.
So do not call us fat no more.
Well, what it would be, no, you would say what we're saying now. Men don't control they loins. Men are not disciplined.
Against that. So that's what I'm saying. You're in control of yourself. You have that discipline. So if we're gonna still be able to tell fat people, no, because I'm skinny, because I've seen other people lose weight, I know you can shift your mind to a point where you take more self-control and discipline, and you care about your health, and you could be fitter.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, because this is what you would. This is your argument. Well, this one right here. I just want to make sure I understand what you're saying, so I want to acknowledge it to an extent. What it would be is if people had genetic testing and they have a genetic inclination, right, to be heavier. That's something that I would acknowledge, right? Mm-hmm. So like my cousins, they all my cousin from one of my uncles, they all like 6'3", just he, and my uncle is big ass dude. So their genetic, and my aunt is too. So their genetic makeup, they incline just to be bigger overall and heavier. In which case, when they try to work out and lose weight, it takes a little bit more than a motherfucker who just overeats. You know, because they already built like that. That's one thing I would acknowledge, but that's not. I don't think that's the norm. I think most of us just have very bad discipline when it comes to food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be a situation where it's an outlier, where you have some type of genetic predisposition to have a struggle with weight, because it still wouldn't make it impossible to lose weight, but you have a struggle.
I know, but think about this. That's the group that you would have to liken to men saying that it's a biological imperative, because by proxy of that, it would be genetic. So you would have to use a 1-to-1, not just people who are undisciplined with food. You see, that's what I'm saying. Ranger with the 10 ounces. If men were controlled by sex, it wouldn't be so many single moms. You're wrong on this one, Hamp. It makes no sense. Because initially in the conversation, and I hope y'all are listening slow. Listen slow. Listen to everything. Because what I was laying out was when women had opportunity to conduct themselves like men without judgment, you see that they're doing the same things that men are doing, except for they have the leverage because they control access to sex, right? So being a single mom doesn't matter, because they still believe that they get the results. You hear it all the time. The only time that we heard dating a single mom was bad was on the internet. And then if she a single mom, what is she thinking around the way? I got access to government benefits. So 1 kid, I got this. 2 kids, I got this. 3 kids, I got $1,000 worth of food stamps. They ain't thinking like that. Marcus Evan with the $5 says, Brother Hamp, you do realize Sherelle is gaslighting you, right? She know deep down, consciously and subconsciously, what you're saying is true.
Speculation.
Cali Bad for the $5 says written by dudes who believe personhood begins at conception. Mm-hmm.
The same people that votes against the pro-lifers. They feel like that. Like
Mike Brown been a member for 21 years. Perfect. OG Mike Brown in the building said, really, look at all the women who go to California to get the upper hand in divorce/child support. Look at the men who go to Texas to benefit them. Yeah, that shit is crazy. I was listening to one comic, Sherelle. White boy. What's that white boy name?
Andrew.
No. Gary Owens.
Gary.
When he said his wife like went to like literally went to Cali to try to file. She like left like Oregon or some weird shit and like went to Cali. It was crazy, but I haven't researched that enough, but I did see that one thing, you know. This one. Cause I'm just I think he got divorced, Mr. Ray. I think he got divorced. This one. Men implement all these laws. Right. And then look at the talk about divorce and etc. And then men already said a lot of things that we do and aspire to is for the interests of women.
So y'all, so what you with? You with the secret matriarchy now?
Huh?
That's where you like your premise of this is that you believe in the secret matriarchy.
No, I'm just thinking about it. I'm just looking at different things.
So you don't believe in it, but you're entering into this conspiracy.
Well, I'm looking at the conduct. Right, I'm looking at the conduct. You know, like think about the argument that Red Pill Ranger made in the chat. They ended up as single moms, so they can't be true. What are you talking about? Motherfuckers already saying. Motherfuckers already saying, right? Marriage ain't the goal. Men been saying that, right? That's what we've been hearing overwhelmingly, and then women saying they don't value marriage the same.
Now, HAMP, when I talked about the secret matriarchy, y'all came up here. I had to fight 25 minutes. This what you gonna do today?
What?
You were saying like you believe
they might agree. That was 6-7 months ago.
So you're believing in a conspiracy that women are the ones that are in control.
I'm looking at everything so far. Then this nigga here.
The nigga.
Earl Haas, you know him? He invented a tampon so his wife can go to work.
So she can go to work.
And this is what I'm saying, right? This is perfect, right? This is the key. See, that's why the tampon is funny, right? But when you think about it, right? His wife needed to be more productive, right? She was using the rags that weren't working, right? He's already, you know, he's an educated doctor of osteopathic medicine, right? And so he set out to make sure that his wife could be as successful as possible, that she could function in the earth during those 7 days or however long it takes. And this is a more of a lighthearted example, right? But that's what I'm saying. Women needed these things, right? Leveraged the one thing maybe at that time that benefited them the most to get what they could out of men. And then men started to change the rules, laws, the order, the structure, and started to acquiesce. Now we here.
Can I go?
Go ahead.
Because okay, so when we first started doing Risky Tuesdays, I introduced the female matriarchy, right? The hidden matriarchy that is technically running a lot of different things, right? Okay, but you're looking at the beast. You're not looking at the creator of the beast, right? So when we say women end up single mothers, I say this, right? That's how they gain control. You would think that, oh, women want the fathers around, but they wouldn't have 100% control over the kids and the outcomes of the kids, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're controlling a lot of the situation. There is a hidden matriarchy. Don't get me wrong. There is a lot of times where women may go around powerful men to push the button. Okay, but this is the
wait. That's the thing, right? You're gonna get the contradictions are gonna happen, right? Because we hear it all the time about men frustrated that they can't see their kid, none of this, all this other shit, right? And then I'm only addressing this because Red Pill had shout out to him. He did the super chat, right? He talking about they was in love with them niggas and yada yada yada. The key portion that you just named is control. Control of the kid, you could damn near control the man. That's the real crux of it.
Okay, so this is what I'm telling you. When you get the results that you're getting, you have to keep digging. All you have to do is keep on digging. This is why I said y'all need to stop. Y'all have to end patriarchy because it's not the women in charge. Because it's not going to benefit the women. It's going to benefit some men who are pulling the strings at the very top. So yeah, they use bottom men and they feed y'all to women and they give it because guess what? Women in the workplace means more money for them. Dysfunctional families, it means more for them. It means your kids are gonna go to jail and we need to feed the prison industrial system. We need to feed opioids, all of this stuff that big pharma, everything, it comes from dysfunction. So yeah, we'll empower these women and make them feel like they have some type of control so that they can, fuck the game up and do some dysfunctional shit so that we can win. But the people who are very much in charge are very much men.
Yeah, you're talking about.
We are very much males. That's what I'm saying, though. So the system may make the woman look like
we're
the
talking about. Yeah, we're talking.
She's not the leader.
We're talking about the majority, though, right? What the majority of men and women are subject to is the latter, right? So yes, it's a pseudo matriarchy because it's men at the tippity top, but the overwhelming majority of people are seemingly under the pseudo matriarchy. Because I agree, right? It's being allowed by the top, which is men, but it's being allowed to govern the majority of men. You see, and that part is what it is. But the other part that on a daily basis that we see day in and day out is the fact that we cannot control our loins, and women know that and use that to their advantage to get what they want.
But what if we didn't know that? Who told us that?
If your aunt had a dick, she'd be your uncle.
No, this is what I'm saying though. Men knew that. Men knew that. Women are not your enemy. Other men trying to make sure that they stay on. Y'all are the ones competing with each other.
It's not even an enemy thing. It's about what is right and how we contribute to it. You know, it's set up in this way, right? And we contribute by saying this biological imperative is can't be controlled. And so women know that, and because you guys can control yours better than ours, you take advantage of it, and rightfully so. That's how manipulation works. If you don't have, like, for instance, if the world was uncivilized, right, the physical prowess of men would probably reign. But because it's civilized, the leverage that women have is like tenfold. You know, like
because systematically men have to be controlled, and that's from higher men, from understanding male nature. Like y'all have to have systems that are in control. It's never going to be just like if there's no consequences, people just wild out.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. And now we see the opposite gender wilding out because now men are super duper control. I've never been talked to by a man like disrespectfully more than like a woman. And I'm not saying like I'm super duper subject to it, but just in my life, I never, like, men didn't say such more crazy shit than women said. Like I was talking to this one girl about the Bible. She's like, man, I just want to punch you in your face. I said, don't punch me. That's one thing you don't punch me, you know. I wouldn't advise, don't punch me. I wouldn't advise that, right? I ain't even know her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just out, just chilling.
You
Like
was
I'm
gonna hit her back, or you was gonna call sick?
Right, listen, don't hit me. That ain't what you want to do. Just out the break. You know what I'm saying? like don't do it. You know, I ain't saying I'm the tough, but you gonna have, but don't hit me, please. You know, but I ain't never niggas say, nigga, I'm a punk. What the fuck? Like they just, and so what happened, Sherelle? That's a great point. So now, since men have been yoked and civilized, right, to where brawn isn't it, right? Now we see the leverage switch, and then you couple all of that with sex and the lack of the discipline. Who running this shit for real? Because niggas say this, real last thing. Niggas say I live in a shoebox with my PlayStation in a futon. But when I get a woman, I gotta get a house, I gotta get a car, I gotta get this, I gotta you know, and it's just like, damn, son, you know, like keep it tall. I got a $3,000 coat rack because my wife asked for it in passing, like off the home.
No, I agree with that. I can understand that. I think that women are muses, women are there to inspire men to do better. I do think that men will definitely do what they need to do to make sure that they can take care of the woman that carries their legacy. I think that men are inclined to be that way.
Lineage.
But I think that's more like a biological imperative than just sex.
Yo, I don't know, because I'm really this now.
Yeah, because I feel like men, we've seen it over and over where men risk their lives for women that I have sex with. Men run into, if there's children in a burning building, men run into burning buildings to save children, to save women. That's their biological imperative more than it is just sex. That's not their kids and that's not their woman that they're having sex with, but they're still jumping to the way. When men join the military or go to different places, they're not fighting for just their family. They're fighting for a whole country of women and children. So
that's you're talking about a minute group, right?
I mean, just think about it all over the world, like all over the world since eons, men war.
A minuscule group, right? A minuscule group of men are police officers and firefighters and even the military, right? The overwhelming majority ain't doing a motherfucking thing. But
the average guy still stands up for women.
Niggas already said they don't
on the internet, but in real life, yes, they
no. That's the thing. You got like real life situations happening, right? Even little things. We reviewed this before. Niggas in the gym, the girl damn there, she about to choke out because the weight done fell on her neck. Niggas ain't fucking with that. Niggas ain't go to help her.
You think that happens more often than men?
Hell, niggas ain't going over there. Women be on the side of the road. Niggas ain't stopping no more. Fellas, put a 1 in the chat if most niggas is intervening in these type of situations. She got a flat tire. She fucking up in the gym. Put a 1 in the chat if most men are intervening, or put a 2 if niggas is laying low.
I be all over the country, and every time I need help, here comes some man.
We talking about the majority. We talking about what's the average.
So what I'm saying is men are helpful, regardless of what people say on the internet. Men are very helpful.
No, yes, here's the thing. It's mad people in the chat, right? These are just regular cats. Everybody at work chilling. They come over here to vibe with us. Like, why are they on the internet? They just watching TV. That's all it is. They watching TV. Right, I mean? But instead of watching Stephen A talk about sports he don't know about, they come up here and listen to this.
I just don't think y'all understand. If men were just these evil, I want sex.
Nobody said evil.
How fucked up the world would truly be.
It's unfair statement when you add evil. Nobody said evil.
Yes, it would be evil to just watch women suffer. I think so.
Well, no,
if you're just watching women and children suffer all the time, I think it would be very evil.
Listen, because we're making an honest assessment, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm not even like saying like what I would do or whatever the case is, but they told me I was crazy as hell for walking those 2 old women to their car at 3 a.m. That's what they told me. Hamp, you wild. Huh?
Internet niggas, man.
I'm just saying though. They say, yo, Hamp, you bugging. You feel me? Look, like regular ass niggas. Riff, regular as hell. Riff be chilling. Yo, because the way of the world is just look how it looks. We niggas is assessing risk and danger.
Y'all on the internet are assessing risk and danger. Men are not like that. I've been through Hurricane Katrina. You know who was holding it down? Men. You know who was breaking into stores, breaking glasses to go get food to feed women and children? Men. You know who they was putting on helicopters first? Women and children. You know who they were protecting the most? The women and the children. You know who was going drown and do different things so that they could help more women and children? Men. In hard situations, good situations, men show up and get shit done. Men make sacrifices. That is how the world works. That is how it is. It's no other way around it. And that is the reason why the world is as advanced as it is, as progressing as it is. It's men. What are you talking about? Y'all are insane. Men get shit done.
What you doing? See, this is the thing that we have to differentiate, right? We keep thinking the men you see doing these things are not above average. These are a small group of men doing all these things, right? Now, average men put in their work for sure, right? But the motherfucking heroes, the men fighting for other people's lives in Katrina and putting women and children on helicopters before themselves, knowing that when that helicopter fly off, he gonna die. Don't put that brave man with us fucking peons. That nigga it goes down in history doing shit like that.
It was so many of them.
You got a bunch of legends in a fucking grave.
It was just a bunch of normal stuff to understand that we gotta do what we gotta do.
I'm just telling you, bro. I'm just telling you. We got heroes all the time, and the heroes get grouped in. Nah, those is heroes you talking about. That's all I'm saying. That's just me saying about those men. That's what I'm saying. You know, but this, I'm just assessing it, right? And let's say you're right, but you're saying it's not for sex; it's for an inclination to protect.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay, in those aspects, I understand. But I'm just telling you what
I think your nature is either to build or destroy. So don't get me wrong. There are going to be like people who choose to destroy, or they're going to be men that choose to build.
But here's the thing though that I have an issue with. Majority of the brothers, it's 300 people here, are literally saying the opposite of what you're saying. That doesn't mean that there's no men.
They're internet dudes.
But when I said I walked the two ladies to the car, they like, yo, you bugging. Like that's the thing. Like what's the thinking? Like what's going on? I mean, so we just gotta take, because what we seeing is the majority against what I did and what you saying. I'm telling you, niggas do more for vagina than fucking a flat tire or at the gym. But if a nigga know he got pussy waiting at the end, you'd be surprised what a nigga do for a Klondike bar, nigga.
And they'll do more, but I don't know. It's just not my reality. I'm not coming into y'all. If that's your reality, I accept that. That's not my reality.
Nah, but you had to participate.
How do I have to participate? We in different realities. Maybe we're on a different realm.
No.
5D.
Because no. Here's what we got to do, right? As orators and facilitators of a conversation, we can't remove ourselves because they may not be our reality. The better objective is to understand and then see what we get at the end. Because
I understand.
I don't like it either. You see, but I'm just looking at what is normal, what is more normal now. Right? That's what I'm saying. Because again, I'm just thinking about it. A nigga, what will a nigga do for pussy?
They'll do a lot for pussy.
You know, we just looking at it. You know what I'm saying? We just looking at it. You know, and I try my best. You know, like my daughters walk on the inside of me. You know what I'm saying? I was doing good with the pumping gas, right? But we just be running so much. You know what I'm saying? But I just seen these two ladies get. I didn't see, but I saw on the news these two ladies get snatched while they was pumping their gas a long time ago. So that's just a thing. I'm like, I'll be damned. Like if you can guard against little shit, you do. You know what I'm saying? Like just regular shit. You know, like my son, he walk in the house last and shit. You know what I mean? So I try to be that way. You know, and there's things I can improve on. You know, 100%. But I'm just looking at the microcosm of what it is we dealing with, and the fact that niggas that do a whole lot for pussy, right? The majority of niggas, who in charge?
Levels. But at the top of the level, it's men.
Come on, Sherelle. Come on, man. Come on. I'm
not gonna waver on it because
no, it's not. But that's the thing. Everybody be talking, and I was listening yesterday. Everybody talking about what they want to talk about, right? But we talking about the majority of men, average men. Chief, what's poppin'? The chief in the building. So we talking about the majority of men that are under this pseudo thing, and it's important for us to discuss it because if women are the leaders, especially because we control by our penises, what's the results? That's the part, really. I'm on board with what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying about the men being at the top, but the majority of us aren't at the top. So now, what's the assessments?
Yeah, I think that women have more leverage with average men, especially in the institution of marriage and relationships.
Yeah, that's what we talking about mostly.
Yeah, so I believe that, right? But I also believe that at any moment, if they was to tap into their self-control, they would be back in charge.
But you know what I say about if, right?
If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
If your aunt had a dick, she'd be your uncle.
Why you can't say if it was a fifth? Why you have to be vulgar?
I made my own one up.
You said
don't say that. CJ with a $2 says, sound like Hamp been reading the book I sent him. Nah. I listened to the conversation yesterday. So based on my show yesterday, I was thinking through this. You know? I was thinking through it a lot.
I do feel like women have a lot of leverage, but only the women that men want. Yeah, and I don't think that majority of women are just these desirable creatures.
Sherelle, it can't be true. We have now. That's the thing. We have actual data that substantiates women can still get access to men.
They can get access to sex, and that's it.
But they're getting things aside from it, and then we also understand that women want sex too, and they can pick when they want to have sex. Mm-hmm. You know, because the relationship thing, Sherelle, I think that's the one thing we kind of disagreeing on is in the balance, bro. It's like it's not touted. It seems
women want to be with the men that they like. I know women. I don't care what. If a woman could be with the man that she wanted to be with, she would be with him, married and all. A lot of women are not what men want, and they're dealing with the bullshit just as much as y'all are dealing with the bullshit. They're getting a baby because they know they could never get a ring. They're getting dick when they know they can never get a relationship. They're accepting less if that's all they can get. There are women taking care of men. There are women who are just like y'all said, they got the booger wolves that wake up at 3 a.m. to smash niggas that would never be seen in public with them because they're accepting the status quo of where they're at. So when you have that, so what y'all saying, booger wolves are women that's overweight, and y'all telling me that 70% of black women are obese? Not overweight, but obese, which means you ripped the scale of the BMI. You went all the way to the obese section. So the majority of them are big. And y'all are saying that y'all only deal with big women at 3 a.m.
Niggas already told
the
you.
homeboys from jail. What Meek said, your niggas in jail is always trying to get you to hook them up with your fat cousin.
Niggas already told you. If she, what did Mr. Fantastic say? If she ain't 250, we can't get busy. Some shit he said.
You got to be 2 something to do something.
Oh, all right, yeah. Big Giz was popping with the 2000. Thank you, Hamp. I've been saying this. What did he say? I've been saying this.
Bees.
This, read it. I don't know. I don't know.
Thank you, Hamp. I've been saying this. Bees run the world.
Oh, okay. Big Giz was popping. The nameless protagonist. What up, though, with the 10 says men, for the numerical majority of history, participated in civilization under the reasonable expectation for family. Likewise, women in exchange participated under the reasonable expectation for safety. I think that's fair, and I think in a civilized society,
I like the nameless protagonist.
Yeah, but I think in a civilized society, right, the protection is outside of that man. And I don't think the value is seen within that.
Yeah, the value is down because women have 911.
Yeah, and guns.
And not only can they weaponize that against anybody, they can also weaponize it against the men that they're in relationships with.
Yeah.
You've seen the thin line between love and hate, right? Even though Martin was the bad guy, or whatever.
Yeah. So when we get down to it, man, let me see who else in the chat. Truth, what up? Keisha, what up? Andre, salute. Ken, I see you. Michael A, Jeffrey Rice, Mr. J. Oh, I got Mr. JTK already. Nameless protagonist, appreciate you. Zeke was popping. I think I seen the Joker too. Ronnie, what up? Sunshine, Lausanne, salute. Shalom, Mark. I got Rashard already. I'm 100. Mr. Ray, salute. Crimson was popping. Good to see you. Free JDC, what up? All right, so it's like a stress. It stresses me out. You know? It stresses me out.
So you don't believe that if the man that a woman wanted to be with would be with her, that she would be with him?
Yeah. Shaw, what up?
Like let's say Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon have all these baby mamas. You think if he told one of them, I just want to be with you and I want to marry you, that she wouldn't be with him? Or all of them wouldn't be with him?
Yeah.
If they can have all to themselves in a legitimate situation, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But those men that women desire, because of course there are men that are undesirable, but the top tier men that women desire, they would share him because he's just what that is. But those men aren't willing to settle.
Unika, what's up? Melly, I shout out you all earlier. Rock solid, you late.
You don't be shouting me out either. Like you be seeing me 3 hours later.
I do. Reboot up. The but Sherelle, we have to stay in the realm we in. Right? The majority of us, I'm looking at you, average. Okay? Me.
Why you ugly as hell?
Know what I'm saying? Just below average, right? The majority of us are right within that 4 to 6 range.
Okay. And what you saying?
Average ass range. So when you start talking about Nick Cannon, fuck out of here. That's not what we're talking about.
I'm an average woman, and if the man that I desire wanted to be with me, wanted to be married to me, I'd be married. So I'm speaking as an average woman.
But
my friend, same way.
But this what we saying, man. Here's what's actually happening. If a man can't control if somebody can't control something, if they have a weakness, right? Mm-hmm. And the person they're competing against knows that weakness, that weakness gets exploited. Now, when they can't control that weakness, what happens to the exploitation? What's leveraged at that point? That's what we looking at in these relationships.
The fact that it's everywhere it ain't no leverage no more.
It's not everywhere like they make it seem, because the average body count is 8.
That's the people who don't tell you what they do at 3 a.m.
No, that's definitely in the number.
I don't believe it.
Men inflate sex numbers. What is it? What does it say? Men inflate sex numbers and height numbers, right?
Definitely, y'all do.
So who the hell bragging about 8? Who the fuck want to keep saying 8? We ain't gonna say show me the picture.
Like, who the fuck ever said 8? Even the undesirables over here ain't said 8.
Huh?
Like, even the people over here that can't get women, they didn't even say that. They said their bodies count higher than 8.
There was a few brothers who said it, but I think the majority would say it's more than 8 that we've spoken to.
Right. So it's like,
but here's the level set for that. When but you know what they say? They say, nah, I got more than 8. I got 20. Right? I got 30. I'm like,
okay, yeah, because it's not normal to have hundreds.
You might as well have 8. Nigga.
30 is normal.
I think 8 is normal, to be honest. That's normal.
I think people start having sex in high school, right? Around their teenage years, 14, 15. And so by the time they get to 30, 15 would be.
All right. Put a 1. Hey, fellas, put a 1 in the chat if you got over 30 bodies.
I can't see the chat.
Put a 1 in the chat if you got over 30 bodies. Put a 2 in the chat if you got less than 30 bodies.
I can't see the chat.
Mr. Ray, you got to vote, nigga. Reality said he never counted. So 2 is less than 30 bodies. Luzon. It's kind of even.
It's not.
Nah, read it. It don't double the names though. Come on, y'all gotta be honest.
It's a lot of ones, and the ones are strong.
Yo, they say, the 2. There's a lot of 2s in that motherfucker though.
There's a lot of 2s. But this is YouTube.
Come on, bro.
This is where the 2s come. I'm not going to HBCU and be like, oh, there's a lot of educated black people here. Oh, what the fuck the duh. Let's go to the hood.
What is more popular than YouTube?
The real world, the clubs. People be more at the club than they be at YouTube. People be in the hood more than they be on YouTube.
It's a lot of 2s, is all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying.
This is a introverted space.
How? Introverts have sex? I'm introverted.
You're omnivert.
What's that?
Both.
Oh.
Because I read your chart.
Oh yeah. But yo, it's a lot of 2s in that motherfucker though.
Yeah, it's a lot of 2s. This is YouTube.
I'm just saying, man. I don't know.
And it's lies, of course. I mean, these motherfuckers come here to paint a narrative. You know how propaganda works, right?
I'm just saying, man. It's hard, man. It's hard, right?
I know so many men that come on here and lie.
But it's again, just going back to it, man.
And y'all love these lying ass niggas.
If we go back to it, man, the fact that when men want sex so bad, they relinquish control. And if you're not in control, you by proxy, you can't be the leader.
I don't think it's majority of the men. I think it's y'all, right? The super niggas. I think y'all are the issue. Y'all let women based off attraction, based off y'all like proclivity to just be thirsty for sex, because sometimes y'all are unnaturally thirsty for sex. It's there's men with healthy. I wake up with a boner. I'm attracted to women. I get aroused, and then there are people who are hypersexual. Hypersexuality, I think, is very much promoted in our time right now, and it's a lot of men that those men are ruining the game. Y'all are doing that. I think that the regular guys who have healthy sex lives are single because then they have to deal with the women who have been hyped up by men who are thirsty and do anything for their sex. And then there's the men who are actually the marriageable men, actually the ones like we try to call them the lame niggas who don't get cat or anything like, but these are the ones that are actually gonna marry a woman and stay down and take care of his family and do what he have to do. Because the super niggas 9 times out of 10 cannot maintain a healthy relationship with no type of woman. Whether she's the most amazing bitch in the world, he'll cheat on her too. So within that, y'all really ruin the game, and I think it's a marginalized group of y'all doing it. But then it's like these average men don't want to get married no more because they're dealing with the inflated egos that y'all super niggas have put into them. But most men, when I'm telling you, when you are regular guys, I'm telling you, regular guys will cut bitches off. Regular guys ain't playing with bitches flattening their tires. Regular guys ain't dealing with no woman giving them no STD. That's thirsty niggas that can't control themselves, that are hypersexual. Ask them niggas how many of them have caught an STD. Ask them, they'll cut women off for the littlest reasons. When they really understand their worth and they have their control, and it's majority of them. That's why they're single. That's why they're not getting married. Super niggas will get married and cheat on their wives.
So that makes no sense.
How does that not make sense? I'm telling you.
The nigga that's super, nigga, I'm not fucking inboxing and sending cherries and whatever they send and all that other shit. That shit ain't happening. When I was outside, I go direct approach, right? I'm not doing a bunch of hugging and kissing and loving. I'm not liking no pictures, because if I like a picture, now that's a bad signal to the other 20 girls I'm talking to. That don't even make
that's
no sense.
HAMP. HAMP is
we talking about the
super nigga that come from Neptune. Like,
hold on, you can't have
planet Superman come from. You're not regular at all. You're not even close to regular.
But you can't have it both ways, though, right? When we
bring up we bring up James and say James is a virgin, we can't talk about him because he's a super anomaly. You're a super anomaly, so we can't talk about you.
Oh, that's not true. But I'm just saying, like, we not doing a bunch of gassing because, like you said, they already want to play. They already want to play that game with us, hoping that it becomes more. Even when they not being lied to, even when they know that I've been on your dorm floor, you see me leaving here from 7 different angles the last week. This all last week.
No, I get that, and you're talking about those are the leaders.
No,
so hoes is leading the world.
No, this what I'm. What I'm saying
is leading the world.
What I'm saying is this, right? You were talking about inflating these women's heads. I'm just saying that that modus operandi doesn't do that because they think
the girl, the battle rapper girl, who she like. I forget her name.
Hold on. Because they thinking that more maybe could come or they can make a different impact on you, and then it's not a bunch of sweet nothings and all that because this is very, very, very transactional, right? It's the niggas who really actually want something, right? Looking for something substantive, are liking the pictures, leaving the comments, saying you beautiful, this, that, and the third, right? That's where they get that shit from, and then they fuck the niggas that they like. And they make the niggas that they don't like work.
They are not
actually the opposite, right?
Shambles. But what they doing, leading people astray? The leaders of chaos?
That's basically what you paying, right? Essentially, you know? That's what you paying. That's the picture you paint. I ain't saying you're wrong, but I'm just saying I think how you broke it down, it's a little bit, it's the opposite.
Now, I just be saying, like, when I see good men with their stuff together, them the ones that be having, they handle way less from women. Every dude I know with a high body count, they dealing with girls that break their cars, flat their tires, do all type of crazy stuff to them. It's always the crazy lifestyle always come with all of these extra crazy stuff, all these different women, the children, it all follows. But the men who be more disciplined or have their stuff together, they're more picky. They're way higher on the women that they deal with.
And this the thing, right? This what you need to understand.
But I could be wrong.
My argument, well, I don't think it's totally off base. My argument is this: them men ain't picky. They don't got no options. Because niggas can talk about the niggas who had sex with a bunch of women, but if they was in their shoes, I would argue the overwhelming majority would do it too. It's a very small minority that is not doing it because they're choosing not to. The most aren't doing it because they can't. Because women control that shit.
So women control the sexual.
The women don't like them. So that's why they not fucking a bunch of women. But if they could, they would. That's the point.
Well, I mean, so we're just saying because women have more leverage over undesirable men.
Over men. Over the average men.
I don't think the average black man is undesirable.
No, I said that's why I said average.
And I don't think that the average woman don't have leverage over the average man. Average women have leverage over undesirables. But the average man is having his way. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is a man's world. This is your shit.
Then that's the thing. Like, I would agree if women wanted the relationship still, right? And I know you said that a million times. But it's getting louder and louder that women ain't valuing the relationship or marriages.
Because I just think that they're defeated.
And Dad said, nigga, if you can't pay a bill, you ain't getting no cheeks.
But that's normal. Men created hypergamy and put that into women's mind. That's just what it is.
It's
not normal for no man across the earth to think that he should be able to be entitled to a woman or a family and not provide.
Fine, right? Why y'all talk about everything but what we talking about? Yeah,
that's exactly what we're talking about.
No, but y'all go down the reasons why. We're saying what it is, right? And what we're talking about is women having the leverage and leading what's happening around here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so what it is that men work towards what the women want. And if you don't have what they want, you can't get busy.
I don't think that it's up to women like y'all think it is.
I'm just
these women cannot make y'all commit to them. They cannot make y'all be faithful. They cannot make y'all give them a relationship. They cannot make y'all give them no marriage, no commitment. And they want that. They're in shambles, so they're trying to afford be it out the way, be center, man it out the way, swallow pills, but whatever they got to do with coping with. They can't get what they want out of y'all, so they just
doing what they
gotta do to cope. I'm not going with a bunch of coping women.
Men lead in suicide.
White men.
Men, right?
White
Lead in
men.
suicide.
White men.
I don't know which ones.
White men. Black men lead in homicide. White men lead in suicide.
What you saying? Well, but what do I always say? You go to the hood right now, the first grave about $1, the next two about a woman. Man, Joel with the let me drop this link. Joel with the $5.
I don't think Joel is regular. I think he's undesirable.
What happened? I didn't even read it. Joe with the $5 says, Sherelle, some of us regular dudes also learned our place in the market at an early age and acted accordingly. We ain't led by our quote other head end quote. LOL.
Okay, but I'm the one saying that, and HAMP's the one disagreeing with me.
What?
I'm the one that's saying most men are not led by their penis. You're the one saying the opposite. But yeah, he's trying to check me.
I think he's just making a statement. Why you say check? He literally participating in the conversation.
I'm just saying. Why
But
you saying Sherelle?
he just talking to you. He can't talk to you.
No.
You know what it is? Ain't he agreeing with you?
He agreeing with me, but he's saying it like, Sherelle.
No.
I know how to understand these super chats.
Nah, man. God, nigga can't even agree with your ass. Aaron with the $2. Women are the puppet leader for the fishy white man.
Yeah, cousin. You know what's up.
So, and again, I agree. Joel, I understand what Joel is saying, and I'm saying if he could, he would.
And if your mama was your daddy,
but all I'm saying is,
like, what? If your mama was your daddy, she'd be your daddy. And if up was down, it'd be down. Come on now. Now we get to say if when you want to say it. You see how I be catching you in your shit?
No, this is the honest to God truth.
You know you fucked up, right?
No, I understand. If don't apply, right? But but that is not dick discipline. That is dick prison. When any man
could have 100 fat Johns under their back. Any man could have 100 prostitutes under his belt.
No, fat joints be acting.
Any man could have 100 hoes under his belt if that's what he wanted to do. Y'all, if a man taps in and says, I'm not gonna have any standard, I just want sex, and that is what he makes his sole purpose out to be, every man could have 100.
No, because you ever hear the women? You ever hear the women? The
they
women, but listen,
city selling it.
Listen, here's the other part of the argument that you have to reconcile with what I said. Because if niggas who have access will even fuck those joints, now how does she act to the nigga that's undesirable?
To do what she gotta do to get paid.
If a nigga that has access is willing to smash her, how is she treating the man that doesn't have access?
Making them pay. It ain't about treatment, because y'all talking about numbers. Y'all don't necessarily get treated well by all these different.
I'm saying, Sherelle, I'm saying treated, right? But we're talking about sex. So oftentimes that nigga is the Chili's nigga, where she'll string them and all that, right? And go fuck the niggas that she think are handsome.
He don't have to do that. He can skip all through that. If his mission,
let's keep it tall. Keep it tall.
I'm telling you,
Joel didn't say nothing to you. Nah. Joel ain't say shit to you. But you put him in an undesirable category and start trying to dog walk him for no reason.
Because he always saying some slick shit in the chat about me.
He ain't say nothing.
He always saying some slick shit about me.
Oh my God.
I catch everything. Hey, boy.
Gore, what's up? Gore said, all hail Queen Sherelle. I don't know what's going on, but she is right. Damn, Gore. Gore ain't even say hi to me. That's fucked up.
He came here for me.
Damn, man. Salute Gore for coming through, bro. Yeah, man. It just
no, but I'm serious. Any man, I think y'all think that shit is not as easy. It could be easy. Niggas could do it if that's what they was putting in their mind, dude. Them boys don't care about sit inside, play the game all day with their friends, listen to music, go do other stuff. They are not controlled by sex like y'all. I'm telling you, any man that puts his mind to, I just want to smash, they will lose all integrity, drop all morals, drop all standards, drop all expectations, and go run up their numbers.
Yo, let me tell you something.
Every man has the ability to do that.
Let me tell you.
Even the handicapped niggas be getting sex.
Let me tell you, stop. Let me tell you that. Stop. Stop it. All right? Trust me when I tell you. There are outliers, I agree. But the overwhelming majority when we was in football camp, little stinky ass linemen, when them 3 chicks come up there, them reading bookworm ass niggas was right in line waiting for they turn on that train.
And all they gotta do is go find a group of undesirable women and give them attention.
Nah, it's not all they gotta do.
That's all they gotta do.
That's a disingenuous argument. The men are literally telling you they don't got no access.
The realest nigga from my city made a song, and in that song he said, "I pay for it. I pay for it. I will pay for it if I want it." And if you cool niggas could pay for it, what do you think other niggas is doing? Lil Baby just got exposed for paying some girl, and he was like, "Damn, you pay these hoes, you can't even keep them quiet. I pay them to leave." Like, if Lil Baby is paying women, you think the average buck wouldn't pay somebody? They just don't think it's that deep.
Do you think?
And if they thought it was that deep, they would pay for it.
Do you understand? People like Lil Baby and all them, right? If they paying for something, the reasoning is different, right? Like how they go about those things is different. You can't make a comparison, right? But now you're saying, yo.
So if you was undesirable, what would you do? If you was an undesirable, what would you do?
I wouldn't pay women to have sex with them.
See, I don't know. Maybe because I used to live on Chef for a long time, and this is no.
Niggas don't even think.
When I was a kid, I used to live on Chef. Okay, my apartment was on Chef, but Chef is the strip where women sell themselves. So I just watched a lot of up and coming, and it's been up there since I was a kid. Which means there are men keeping these prostitutes in power. These women make money. It's 3 or 4 TikTok. They're getting paid to have sex. And if they're not getting paid to have sex by men like HAMP, who can just walk up to a girl and be like, "I'm not kissing you or nothing, and I'm gonna get it down." They're not getting paid by y'all. They're getting paid by the undesirables who got a McDonald's job and can afford the $40 trip. What is going on? Now he's gonna turn the whole camera off. I guess I'll talk to y'all in the chat. Let me find the chat. AC said I ain't lying, period. Jay Strada. Strada said she gonna be crying all along in the bathroom floor because he hungry. I'm not. We ain't condoning tricking. Yes, y'all do. Y'all would pay. Y'all would pay. Y'all wouldn't pay. Yes, y'all will. Hey, Tommy. They would pay.
What's up, Sheree? What's up,
If
man?
if that's all a man wanted was sex and he wanted to run his numbers up, he would find a way to do it. It's the same group of the same sex of people that saw mountains and built tunnels through them, saw forests and cut them all down and built civilization. Whatever y'all want to do, y'all put your mind to it and y'all get it done. That's why I feel sorry for me at all. A nigga better have. I did not. Oh, I didn't do that. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to do that. I'm just waving my phone. I'm sorry. Let me get out the chat. What's up? I'm just saying. I believe men will do anything they put their mind to. I believe if a man has a low body count, that's what he put his mind to. His mind, his world is just not about chasing hoes. And niggas who chase hoes, most of them don't have standards. They'll fuck anything and everything, and that's how they get their numbers. All your numbers, all $300, 300 of the women wasn't just great women with beautiful attitudes who was all wife material. No.
So,
first of all, speak.
Huh? Oh, you didn't hear me? I said, what's up?
Oh, hey, Tommy.
Nah, I kind of agree with what Hamp was saying, and even like what the super chat was saying, because like even in like the military in the setting where
wait, which super chat?
Where he said that a lot of the regular niggas understand their standing and then move accordingly. Because
But that
you
was
gotta remember.
that was what I was saying.
Okay, so well, no, because so I think it's a mix of both because I think
yeah, me and Hamp are conflating. We're just like we're running into like bumps in the road.
I think like Ham said, if you put them in the shoes where they had that access, because you gotta remember a lot of this shit start young. Like dudes don't usually turn 25, 30 and then all of a sudden start chasing shit. Like it's stupid, yeah, but it's because we usually started at a young age, and that's when people do stupid shit. So when you take an 18-year-old and every morning he's waking up and you know what biology does, and then he has the access to put that in a warm place, most people gonna do that. You get what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times when we think about this stuff, we're thinking about it from a more mature mind because we're older. But when you take it back to like 18, it's almost like you saying, if I take most kids to a candy store, most kids are gonna have at it. You might have a couple of them that will be moderate or won't eat none, but most of them is gonna go at it. And I think that's the case with most men. Like usually through middle and high school years, you go find your standing, and common sense gonna tell you if you're gonna be wasting your time even trying to run after that. You get what I'm saying? So at a certain point, it's kind of like, and the reason why I say like the military part too is because like it's a different kind of ecosystem, and it actually kind of makes it easier to have that access. And so when I witnessed that, I saw a lot of dudes that in the real world would be regular, dudes. They was doing some fucking.
Yeah,
like if you talk to most military guys, that's what I'm saying. So a lot of these guys.
So my thing is, so like, if you understand these things will make you more desirable, why wouldn't you do it? You must not be too concerned about having.
Well, no, because some people just can't. Like some people.
You think people just can't?
Some people
and that's probably why we're doing it, because I believe people could do whatever they put their mind to. I believe if you really want,
I think some people can
do whatever it do.
Put it like this:
to get to it unless you have like a handicap.
It is very, very rare that you can get a Steve Urkel to a Stefan Urkel. So that's why he had. That's why he had to jump into a machine to turn it to Stefan Urkel. He didn't just go to the closet and change it up. What's up, CJ? He had to go invent a machine to become that. You get what I'm saying?
This thing, he still had Myra, though. Myra liked him for
no, real shit. But what I'm saying is, he had Myra at that time. When he became Stefan Urkel, he had options.
Mm-hmm.
He had to pick of the litter then. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think.
But who we feel like was better for him? The person who liked him for who he was, or a bunch of hoes that just was like on some ooh shit?
No, I mean we know that, but again, I go back to a lot of the times when these situations occur, it's at a young age. So again, like when you're going through middle school and high school, that's usually when you start to figure out your standing in society. And
okay. So what about like when
Biggie
said, "I'm fat, dark, ugly, but however," right? So men, when they understand that this is what I am, then they start to kind of grow their however.
So it's two things to that. Number one, you saw his baby mama versus Faith Evans, right? Now, number two, there's a thing about, and I think that's the biggest thing.
All those women who look like they have kids, bro. His daughter look like that, and she got a kid.
No, but I mean, that's one thing I learned from the military. Any hole that gets stuck. Like I saw some mud ducks. Like, no, but the one thing that Biggie had though, even though he had them characteristics, was the confidence, and that's the part that's hard to try to give to someone. That's kind of I want to say that's kind of even instilled, when you're growing up, like through parenting and stuff. But being
people's parents
confident,
would be like
but
creating their personalities, and some people's personality.
no, cause
Giving they
listen,
the
my pops
boost.
told all his kids, like he popped our shit. He told us to walk around like you the shit. You feel me? Like that's how he raised us. But I think also when you have confidence in who you are, that comes off as attractive. So that's why even like when we was talking the other day, I was saying a lot of the guys, so a lot of people when you're into certain stuff that say isn't popular or the end thing in society, whatever, say like chess club, this, that, and the other, like that. But the person that's confident in it and don't care what people think about that person will have a lot more options and will be looked at differently than the guys that are kind of like, I'm ashamed of this. I enjoy doing this, but I'm ashamed of this. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think that women have this proclivity to feel like everything that glitters is gold, right? Like you think women just like shiny things. So, but everybody can't be that shiny thing. The world just is not going to work that way. Some niggas need to play chess. Some niggas need to be in robotics because we need engineers more than we need basketball players. But it don't matter because women are going to go for the basketball player before they go for the engineer. And that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But when it gets to the real nitty gritty, we need more engineers. If all the basketball players disappeared, we would just be less entertained and watch more football or baseball. We would find a different sport. But if all the engineers disappeared, we would be in shambles.
But the problem with that is, and I put it like this, like when you say like the NBA, it's usually a certain type that's even trying to be in those circles. You get what I'm saying? Like that's why most of the chicks that you see these NBA players dealing with are pass arounds.
Anybody. LeBron could get.
No, I agree with you.
Kevin Durant could get anyone.
No.
Any socioeconomic status, race, creed.
Well,
anything.
No.
Every woman would go.
They might have the opportunity. It's not necessarily that all of them gonna go. But what I'm saying is, if what you were saying was true, because there's a lot of women out there, like I've known women that wasn't gonna go for that shit. Like they got inboxed on some of the goofy shit them niggas inbox shit.
But it's goofy. But if he showed up, it was like, I want to marry you and be with you and be loyal to you and all of this extra stuff, they're going.
I don't think everyone goes for that. I think it's a lot of them that do, but I don't think everyone goes for that.
By a basketball team, and I understand that. Yeah, of course not. But a relationship, marriage, legitimacy, a baby with no child support.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of that though is anchored on what they can get out of it more than I want to get with them because they might be a good partner or something like that. You know, it's no different than like the men chasing the booty. Like she got a fat ass. It has nothing to do with she gonna be a great mom, and a great wife, and she got a fat ass.
But can't want to talk about it being common, not it being stupid. Hey CJ.
What's good? So I'll kind of start from the beginning. So I agree with Hamp a lot today. But men aren't just controlled by the pussy, feel me? It's actually the fact that we care about women. That's why women always using this love shit. You should be a leader with love.
Wait, you say you disagree with him?
I agree with him a lot. But I say it's just not pussy that they control us with. It's more than that. It's with pussy as well. But it's more than just the pussy. Because we care about women, feel me? We actually love women. So they know that fact too. So especially like, we'll leave a girl that's just giving us pussy. But once we actually like her, and then especially they get us to like her, then they get us to actually love them, then they start leveraging that against us, feel me? And then you have kids, like you love your kids. So they leverage that against you. It's not just about the pussy, feel me? It's about you actually love your kids, you love your woman. You don't want to just leave the people that you love. So that's really what happens.
I think that's the start of it, though, CJ. Like you
get it definitely start with the pussy. It definitely start with the pussy. Yeah. That's like Fantastic always says. It's our biological imperative.
But it's like what we was chopping up in the Discord. It's like, okay, you get her, and y'all vibing, but then she do some shit that's out of pocket. That's the point where, okay, am I gonna check this? and then it's a possibility that she gone and I don't got the access to her no more,
Mhm.
or am I gonna let it slide and let everything be peachy or whatever? But I still don't like the way that she came at me, and a lot of guys is gonna pick option number 2, which
Let it
now,
slide.
like I said in the Discord, you let one thing slip.
Now they
Now,
start
now,
doing a whole
now,
bunch of more shit. You're right.
well, now you just essentially non-verbally said that that's acceptable.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? And so now this is going to be a regular thing because you said it's acceptable, and it goes on from there. And then, like you said, now when I actually start liking you, now that's going to get even tougher to make that decision. That's why I said when Ham said he had that discussion with his wife, a lot of dudes would be scared to have that discussion because there's a chance she go, "No, I'm cool," and walk
I'm
off.
good. Yeah.
And that's when it falls back on this word that we throw around, the leader thing. Those are the discussions that leaders have. Uncomfortable discussions. Discussions that's gonna make you look like the bad guy. Discussions that's gonna make the other person might not like you as much or whatever. But it's something that has to be done. And you got a lot of guys that are scared to have that discussion. And in part, you're
Because they
accepting
don't.
the behavior
Yeah.
and saying it's acceptable.
But I think most guys are accepting the behavior. So yeah, I think most women
Yeah.
are leading the relationships.
And that's the part where we get kind of frustrated with the guys complaining or whatever, because it's like, as in a lot of our eyes, at some point you accepted that behavior,
No, the
and
problem
that's
is,
why it became a norm.
no, the thing is, the problem is, we're not accepting the behavior. We're speaking up. We speaking up about the behavior, while the man that's talking about we're complaining, they've accepted the behavior. They say, "Hey, we've accepted behavior. Why haven't you? You guys are complaining about it. Accept it like we have." We're saying, no, we can't accept this horrible behavior. Something needs to change. Feel me? And then I think women really want to switch roles with men. That's why they preach this stoicism. They want to be able to talk to us crazy while we sit there meek and fucking sit and accept it. They want to be the
But
one.
if they was trying to switch roles with y'all, wouldn't it be the stoic ones?
No, women used to have to be stoic. Women used to have to
but
shut the fuck up.
men are stoic.
No, women used to have to be stoic. Women used to have to shut the fuck up. Women weren't able to just talk how they want to
That's
express
not
all
what
these emotions.
stoicism doesn't mean. Shut the fuck up.
What it means not express emotions or whatever. Keep a still face, a straight face. Women used to not be able to show all this emotion that they showing now. Now,
When?
or they would be punished.
When?
In the Middle Eastern countries, when the woman got arrested for yelling in Dubai, I think, a black woman.
Oh, you talking about the airport?
Thank
That's
you.
being unruly, but
unruly and not being stoic. You need to
That's
shut
not.
the hell up and be quiet. Even if
Women
men are
have never
talking,
been
that's what we don't need you
traditionally.
to do. We don't need you to be yelling
Women
and
have
doing all
never
this
been
screaming.
traditionally
Yes,
stoic.
that's what we
Ever.
say. But that's what we say. But I don't believe that's true. Now they want the men to shut the fuck up and take whatever that's dished out to them, even by the women. This didn't used to be like this. I don't believe. I don't believe it at least. And then you said women would marry Nick Cannon. Yeah, they'd marry his ass. And they divorce his ass too. Because once they got what they want, the money, and they could get half of those resources without having to be attached to Nick Cannon, and they could do what they want when they want, they'll take that life over being married to Nick and doing what and they'll take the half. The top life for women is getting the man that they want, that they can control, and how to pay for everything. A rich man that they can control. And the second best is having the finances and doing their own fucking thing. They don't want to be controlled by a man. They rather just get the money and do what the fuck they want to do.
I've always got the opposite.
I've been doing that.
For women.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Like that they don't want the control, and they don't want, like, that's why they don't like guys that are pushovers. Because if that was the case, they deal with pushovers, but they can't stand pushover guys.
I don't think I agree.
You think women love pushovers?
If women love pushovers, then more men that y'all consider simps or undesirables would
They be
have
lit.
more women. They'd be the one with the women.
They really don't like
They'd be the ones with the
pushovers.
300 body count.
I mean,
They
because
like
pushovers is
they
the
like
ultimate
crash
control
outs.
for them.
I say they like crash outs.
But crash outs don't give you that control that you're saying that they want.
I think they
Crash
do. I
outs just
think
gonna
crash
check their
outs.
ass. You see what I'm saying?
Crash.
Like it's
Let
given
me tell you,
like
women want you to be a crash out for everybody else and be nice to them. You know what they want? They want a nigga that's gonna be crashing out all over the place, and when they get home, be a gentle giant. That's what they want. So they want the crash out, but they want you to be nice to them. They say this artist, you know that shit.
nah, because I'm keeping it G with you. Like I've always gotten the opposite. Like I've always I've had the conversation with a chick of you're too nice. I've heard most of the men I know have, especially at the younger ages, have had that situation where
I
like
agree with you.
you're
I
just
agree
too
with you.
nice.
I agree with
You
you.
get what I'm saying? So just that alone kind of goes against what you're saying, because if they telling you being too nice, then that literally is telling you that they don't want you to be this gentle dude that you're saying that they want you to be.
I
It's
think they
like
want you to be
it
crashed
gets
out. I
tricky
think
though.
they,
I'm gonna keep it real with you.
yeah,
It
it
gets
gets a little
tricky
tricky. Yeah,
because they want a
women are
little bit of what you're
confusing.
saying, but they also want you to put your foot down at the same time, and that's the trick bag that I think a lot of guys have trouble figuring out, is when to kind of put your foot down, and then also when to kind of chill out. And
I
if
don't even think
you,
they really like that shit. They'll accept it for a little while till they done playing the game, and then they done playing the game. Feel me? They not. Yeah, it's difficult though. You're right. It's tricky.
yeah, what's up, man?
What's going on?
did you hear the shit I said or not?
Me, I was vaguely. I was trying to fill something out real quick. So, what y'all saying?
Oh, I said
So
men aren't just controlled by the pussy. I said they care about the women, so the women use that as leverage. Feel me? That's
Let
why
me
they
ask
don't.
you a question. Would they date her without pussy?
No. So I'd say I agree with you though for the most part.
Okay. Yeah. So is pussy number one?
Pussy is number one.
Mm-hmm. And
But
he's
Yeah,
controlled by.
women use that to get the access. Then
So
they
they.
have to get you to care about them so they can get the leverage and the control that they really want. Because pussy is everywhere, feel me? But once you actually care about them, once you invest it, once they have your kids, then they actually use that as leverage. The pussy, they can leverage the pussy for a little while, but then once you realize, hey, it's pussy everywhere, I can go get another pussy, and you don't care. But once you start getting invested, once you actually like the girl you with, you start loving her, then they start using that as leverage. That's why women always say, lead
but
with love. Make
that's the
sure they
problem
love
though,
you.
CJ,
Hold on.
is
But
like
y'all been talking. I just got back here. All right. So now, can you explain the nigga that's in the dating phase, buying Roof Chris and Cheesecake Factory and all that shit? He like her, or he just trying to win?
Well, you got to get the access first, so they know that
He
you got to
like
get
her, or
the
he
access.
just trying to win?
Oh, you just trying to win it.
Who
Wait.
determined if
Ask the
she
question.
win?
Ask the question. Wait, ask the question again.
Yeah, he taking her on dates and all that shit. He's still doing for her, and he don't even like her. She don't even like him. He just trying to access the box, right?
Correct.
So where's the
Correct.
like her part to come in?
Once you start being familiar around her more,
No,
developing.
he's trying to win, right? And he doing whatever he got to do to get it.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying good morning text. He even put her name in the motherfucker. Nigga take that much time.
Right. Niggas do want the pussy. Niggas
Yeah,
want
he's
pussy.
trying to win like a motherfucker, and she's steering it. Whatever he need to do to get it is what she saying.
I agree with you.
Sound like she in charge to me.
I'm with you. I said I agree. Women are leading. I agree 1,000%. Women are leading. I'm just saying I wanted to add to your point that it's just they're not just controlled by pussy. They're controlled by actually having feelings. Sorry, Sherelle, let me finish this statement real quick. They controlled by actually liking the woman. They love the woman. We love women. We love our kids, and they use that as leverage. Once they get you with the pussy, they actually need you to care about them to actually leverage the pussy and leverage the kids and leverage you not leaving. It ain't just the pussy. It's
but
them. That's
You
how
have
they
a
get
kid.
you.
The kids. You care about the kid. Yeah, they'll leverage the kid. Like them in what way?
Like them, actually spend time with them. You actually like spending time. You like spending time with them. You like enjoying their company. Um, the ease of getting pussy.
The,
Really? It's
the,
all included, brother. I
So
ain't
you
gonna
agree? So
sugarcoat
you
shit.
agree that the women are the leaders then?
Agree 1,000%.
I feel like they're not though. I feel like it's like kind of like what CJ is trying to tell you is that I will smash girls, and yeah, I may send a good morning text or buy a date to smash this girl, but I'm not gonna make her my girlfriend unless I like her. If it's just a smash, then I'm gonna move on, right?
That's
So
not
if a
well.
bunch of women you smashed and was like, you're not girlfriend material. Then you smashed some girls and was like, I can make her my girlfriend. Then there's some girls you like, oh wait, I could even marry this one and make her my wife.
That's
But
not.
all of that is up to y'all. Y'all control access to all of that.
No, that's not true because most men aren't smashing like that. That's real. So most men are smashing just a couple of.
You just saying stuff. You gotta like put it together
It's all
because
coming together. Most men
it's
aren't
just
smashing or
but,
going out smashing like that. Most men
but
get to smash a couple girls, and one of the girls they probably gonna like, and that's when the feelings start getting developed. Go
But I
ahead.
just
My
said
CJ,
bad,
this is
bro.
the problem with that though, CJ. That person that's like that can't then have the mindset of it's pussy out there because you're literally explaining how you're not moving around like that in the first place. Like we've already established that most guys not just out there just slinging it everywhere like that, right? So where the
Yeah,
control comes in at is a lot of guys kind of walk on eggshells because they don't want to lose that access because they don't think that they might get the easy access that people like to talk about on the internet all the time. You get what I'm saying? So again, that comes back to I'm not checking certain stuff that I would check because this might upset her and I lose access. So I'm gonna let that
no,
slide.
I agree though. I agree with him. I agree with him. Your premise 1,000%. I'm saying the pussy is the controlling thing. Pussy controls men. Caring about the woman controls them. It's more than just the pussy. Is all I'm saying. It's actually caring about the woman, including the pussy. So if I can get many women, right, she can still use her one pussy to get me to care about her. And once I care about her, then I'm still in a cycle that you're talking about. I'm still stuck
Hey,
in the
gorgeous.
cycle.
What's up, Sherelle?
let me read these real quick. What up, Lee? What up, Tommy? Did I even say what's up to Tommy? My bad.
What's goody, everybody? What's goody?
What's
Joe
happening,
with the
Lee?
five houses. Hint, what I be doing to piss off all your women panelists off? I like to think I'm fairly logical and fair person, even when I agree with some of them. You ain't even do shit. You was I don't know why she did that. Baby Sneak, what up? Been a member for 3 months. Salute. Joe with the final says, Sherelle, please stop it. I don't come after you or women in general with these super chats. Clips with the $5 says, I'm the top 0.1% of regular niggas. Call me super regular nigga. I'm outside and winning. Joel with the $10 says, I also love how we use kids on TV treating each other's law. They're literally incomplete, not grown. People being miscast and judged by other incomplete people. Every Charizard began as a Charmander. What the hell is that?
That's a Pokemon.
Oh.
He knew what it was, Sherelle. Don't let him act like he didn't know what that was. We all know what a Charmander and a Charizard is.
No idea, CJ. No fucking idea.
We are.
The only Pokemon I know is Pikachu, nigga.
Yeah, who the fuck wanted
How old are you, Tommy? How old are you, Tommy? Tommy old, that's why.
Y'all know him. He's a fire breathing dragon.
You know what, Sherelle? Oh my gosh, Sherelle. They some liars.
Why we gotta know who fucking Charizard is?
Because
nigga?
everybody knows Pokemon. It's a top anime.
You know who Leon Lett is? All right then.
Who that
Dallas
is?
Cowboy. Defensive line.
I'm saying, like, all right then. Jesus
But
Christ.
y'all are boys. Boys watch anime.
What up, buzzing, bird flipping dozen.
I'm a girl. I bet you all the boys knew who he was.
What your cousin was.
No, that's the problem, Sherelle. They didn't.
So, damn, fellas. I feel like, and I'm saying feel, we
and
kind
feel
of
not
down.
allowed.
We kind of down bad. Feel me? That's all I'm saying. Joe with the $5 says RE expensive dates. I believe that women that actually are interested in a man aren't putting all these barriers to make the process harder. I was kind of alluding to that, But Lee, what's up, man? Women are the leaders, huh?
What's goody? What's goody? Of course they are. Of fucking course they are. Yeah. Glad you came to that conclusion.
Well, I'm still working through it, man.
Lee been telling y'all.
Man. But go ahead, Lee. Talk it. What you think?
I mean, I ain't really been listening to the conversation. I wish I was though, but I was on a different panel. But women are the leaders. Yeah, I mean, men acquiesce to them, willing to die for them, willing to get their checks for them. At the end of the day, women got the ear to a man more than any man could ever have. You ain't in the bed with your best friend or some shit like that, hopefully. So yeah, man.
So how does that boil down for us married niggas? Are we in charge?
Hell nah. I've been told you wasn't in charge. You don't remember that? I ain't in charge. Nigga, I'm a hostage, nigga. And you man, what you talking about? Try to leave.
What you mean? Try to leave? I can leave. I want to.
No, you can't.
Why?
You gonna come back anyway.
So women are in charge of that, like,
that's what I'm gonna come back. So what's the point? Like, man, listen, man.
Look, she right there right now. Where you going, baby? You ain't going nowhere.
Right. All the best energy be coming from the, when this happens. You know what I'm saying? And it happened with them too. I'm not gonna act like it's just the men, but the women hold a higher level. I don't know, I don't know what it is. I guess it's maybe because we men and we like to protect. You probably could say that, but the fact that we willing to protect them, willing to die for them, willing to allow them to just chill while we go out and fight the world for them, it says something, man. It says something.
Yeah.
Actually, I agree 1,000%. My boy be spitting.
Yo,
I ain't trying to tell men to go out here and start spending all your money and shit. I ain't trying to tell you do all that shit. Still stick with a woman that you could find that probably like double take the chew from the aisle at the supermarket or some shit and rock with her.
I would do my own thing
Lee
if I
said,
was
"I'll be
y'all.
quiet
Do
when
your
she
own
leave. I'll be
thing,
talking
gentlemen.
again."
Hey, love yourself, brother.
So this is my hiccup. So explain this to me. Why can't women get what they want out of men that they like, that the ones that they desire? Why can't they control y'all? Like, you like your girlfriend, but if she come in there and be like, CJ, we're getting married tomorrow.
No.
So how is she in control of you?
Well, I think I'm an exception. Feel me? I might not be, but yeah, I do what I fucking want.
That means any woman right now could walk up to a man and be like, "Hey, like on some Rasputin shit, you got a girlfriend?"
That's why I said they got to get them to care.
Hold my hand.
That's why I said they got to get them to care. Once they get them to care, they can do more shit. So that if I care more about my girl, she said, "Hey, baby, if you don't marry me tomorrow, I'm leaving you." Then guess what might happen? I might be like, "Shit, if I don't want to lose this girl, I got to marry her."
And that is the end of the relationship. I promise.
It might be. It might be.
No, I'm saying,
but is that not what happens,
bro?
Tommy? Is that when they get the leverage? When you care, they say this nigga care about me enough to where he don't want to lose me. So now I can start leveraging shit. Now I can say, hey, you gotta get married tomorrow.
So
they more likely to acquiesce if they care.
I went over there.
My boy Lee fucked a lot of girls, and guess which one he married? The one he cared about.
Because he wanted.
Hey, man, in my defense, I love them all. I just love me more. I mean,
right.
I loved all the ones I fucked too, but the one I cared about get to do more shit. Sorry, Cheryl. Sorry. All right, go ahead, Cheryl. My bad.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But see,
the one I care about get to do more shit. She know I care. They do the shit test shit to see how much you care. That's what the shit test is. They see how much you care. They're gonna test you a little bit, test you a little more, see how much you let them, then see how much you care. Then they start leveraging it. Okay, he cares a lot now. Now I can control him how I want to control him, or they get rid of you.
But that's the problem is
Or
niggas
war
not
sometimes.
standing
Sorry.
tall. You
That
gotta
shit
push a
always
Sorry.
line, dog.
Sometimes once they get the
it always
control,
fails.
once they get the control, real quick, Tommy. Sorry. Once they get the control, they'll still get rid of you. They're like, all right,
But
I'm
that
done. I've had my fun. It's some crazy shit, bro.
you have to push a line, bro. And like that be the common thing that I hear right there. And it's just like the moment that you start pushing your line, it's a wrap, bro. That's her relationship. And she decide what's gonna happen to that motherfucker. Like you gotta stand on what you stand on. And the problem be, like you said, whether it's behind the box or whether it's behind feelings or whatever, you start loosening up on that. And the moment you start loosening up on that, respect start going right out that window.
Real quick before you go, Kasim. And that's why the most people favorite saying is the person who cares the least controls the relationship. I already know that.
Yeah, I get that. And I wouldn't even necessarily say care the least, but it's just
No, because I
know.
don't.
Everybody here, we hear it all the time. We hear it all the fucking time. The
No,
person
but
that cares the
I feel
least
like
controls
that's
the relationship.
CJ. I feel like that's saying that just because a man won't let you control him, he don't care about you, and I think that's dumb as fuck for anybody to think.
Yeah,
I agree
Like
with you. I agree with that. I agree with
would
that.
mean the only way I could prove that a man loves me is if he allows me to control him.
I agree with you, Sherelle. That's not what I'm saying though, because you love your kids and they don't get to control you. I'm saying women, once they know that you care, they get more control and they leverage that. They have more leverage. They use that leverage to control you.
because you give it. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
but he talking about
Well,
a
if you
specific
care, you're
situation
gonna
where
fucking most men
No,
care
you
about the girl they
not.
with. Oh my god, man, y'all niggas
No,
wild.
CJ,
up, you?
it's a certain way
Hey, Kasim.
that you just not gonna be able to
his name
talk to
was
me.
Goody.
And that be the problem is because I care about her, if I check her on talking to me like this, then she might leave.
Let me
No,
tell you,
As soon as you come to
most
that mindset, you just made that acceptable.
but the statement itself is hyperbole. We understand that, right? But people take advantage of the fact when you love them, right? The people closest to you hurt you the most. People a bunch of times take advantage of you when they know you care.
Yeah.
You know, you see kids do that to their parents all the time. Kids have unbecoming behavior, getting in trouble, and parents will go broke, selling their house and all types of shit because they care so much. People take advantage of it and take it for granted. That's what CJ saying. So when we trying to get with chicks, what happens to the motherfucker that pour in too much? He clingy, he needy, all this other shit. And then the nigga that don't respond to morning texts, you don't hear from him every other day. Now there's a level of intrigue there. So that's the when you just drill it down. So the statement is hyperbolic, but then when you dig into it, it makes a little bit more sense.
But even if
Yeah,
you
but
look
what's
at
up,
But
man?
CJ said
go ahead,
that.
Kasim.
But CJ said that women like pushovers. But you're saying that if you feed into them too much, then they not gonna like you. That's why I'm confused because y'all saying different stuff. It's like,
but no, we saying the same thing. But so they want the chase in the beginning, of course. Then they want to tank. It's the saying that Fatty always say. They want the
What's up?
dragon. I know y'all niggas don't like that, but they want.
Yeah, I
So
heard that one.
women don't like a domesticated dog. They want the dragon that's tearing shit up. But once they get the dragon, they want to try to domesticate it. Then once they domesticate they domesticate the dragon, then they don't like the dragon anymore. But if they can't if they can't domesticate the dragon, and they get burned by the dragon, then they say, "Oh my god, the dragon burnt me," and they mad either way. I
Yeah,
kind of
but
fucked up. I kind of
CJ,
fucked up that
CJ,
analogy.
what's up, man?
Hey, I kind of
Stop,
fucked
stop,
up that
CJ, stop,
analogy.
Chill.
It's
stop.
a
All right,
good analogy.
CJ,
If
stop,
Fatty
stop,
so
said,
here's what I
stop,
Fatty
want to
got
stop,
me.
do.
stop.
You feel
Here's
me?
what I want to do. I want Kasim to
Man,
get
I
in,
gotta
and
go
then
soon though.
so Tommy.
No, don't go
Tommy,
nowhere.
yeah, now you
I'm
so
definitely leaving now.
real quick, because they said Marcus said Tommy said something that didn't get acknowledgement or addressed. So maybe we can repeat it. But I just want to get Kasim in before CJ got to go. What's up, Kasim?
What's up, man? You know, I tried to. You probably saw me yesterday trying to
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
I was waiting in the back. Yeah, I had time, but they go. Anyway, I got to get the money, right? So I got to get these dollars, you know. But it's just I've been hearing a lot of this stuff, man, and basically what it boils down to is control. How much control does that man have? And CJ, I've heard Fatty talk about that analogy about once the woman gets the dragon, then she tames the dragon and she leaves. But the man has control of that dragon. The man has control as far as when that dragon can come out and how much control he has when it's not going to come out. And I think that's what the issue is, with these things that I hear that men don't know how to respond properly to when the women give they shit tests. They fail it. They lose. They give up control very quickly because they feel as though they're going to lose access to the draws, and that's what they truly want. They don't want to do that, so they lower themselves and lower their standards as far as what they're willing to take. And women, they really don't like that. They want you to push back a little bit, right? Because she will never lose attraction for you if you have your self-respect in check, right? So I think a lot of these guys here have to understand that. Listen, I can be vulnerable at the same time, but I gotta breadcrumb it every now and then. I can't give them the whole loaf, and then I'm sitting here stuck on easy street because I didn't give up all of my feelings. So men have to understand that, knowing these shit tests that women give us, knowing how to respond the correct way, because that's all she wants to do is just make sure that she made the right choice. Like, okay, dude can think. Okay, dude can problem solve. Dude, he's stable. Every now and then, I want to make sure that I'm making the right freaking choice so that I'm not wasting my time. And we give that up so freaking easily because of our pursuit of wanting to hit the box. And it's crazy. You have to get to a certain point in your life and your maturity where you learn some discernment and some freaking control, right? And that discernment, that control that we get, we have to tell the younger kids of how to do it best. And we're not doing it like at all. So, CJ, I would just recommend you, my friend, just to practice more emotional intelligence, right? Along with your logic, because the logic is there. But when you don't add any emotional intelligence to that, it kills everything, and the woman no longer chooses to stay. Right? We have to get to a point where we learn how to be more dynamic, be more diverse in certain things. And most men look at emotional intelligence as being a punk or being a sissy, and it's the complete opposite. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna pass the mic. I remember when I got divorced and I was going through all of these classes and all of these behavioral classes and these communication classes, and then I started getting them when I was at work as a manager. And for a while, I didn't take those things that I was learning into my personal relationships because I thought it was, oh, that's just for work. But then once I started to implement that, I saw better results in the people that I was around. The first time I did this, like, you know what? I'm gonna start importing some of this information. I'm gonna give her 2 weeks, right? For 2 weeks, I am going to not lash out as much. For 2 weeks, the things that she say, I'm gonna listen. For 2 weeks, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. And we're gonna see what happens. And when I started to do that, she changed. She noticed a change in my temperament. She noticed a change of how I thought. She noticed a change of everything. And she started to be more cooperative for me. And I was like, oh man, you know what? This stuff works in my personal life too. And it also works, when I'm at the job, dealing with these people or my colleagues or my subordinates, men and women. That only works there. So once I started to do that and understand, like, listen, things can change, but it also starts with me. And I would challenge you, CJ, just to try to be more dynamic in that range, right? Allowing her to share some of the things that she wants, because she wants to hear your input. If you don't allow her to share those things with you, she's no longer going to want to come close to you, because you're rejecting her away from you when the time that she's being the most vulnerable and the most scared and the most trusting, right? So I would just challenge you on that, CJ.
All right, so I want to guys respond, because I didn't mean to drop when you first started talking, and I think I do show emotional intelligence, brother. I might not
William,
all the time.
All the time. Give me 5 examples
Of emotional intelligence.
Yes.
That's difficult as shit.
Then you haven't, CJ.
Wait. All right. I think I got it. I think I saw. her
Because
brother.
from what I've heard you say, when your
Let me
girl,
give my examples. I think I got
okay, give me five. Come
five
on with it.
examples. So fuck, that's a
Five
lot of
is easy.
examples.
No, it's not. It's easy. If you've been doing it, easy. You should spit it out like that.
All right,
Easy.
something. She went on a trip, right? And, something happened. I was there. I was there for her. Feel me? She could call me when she needed me. I'm always there for her. I always give her a ear to talk to. Bro, I'm considerate as fuck. I'm considerate, empathetic, sympathetic, all the thetics you could think about.
CJ,
And
you
that's
still didn't
it.
give me
That's
any
what I just want to.
examples.
I don't got no. I don't. I gave you the first one
From what
example.
I heard you
I don't want to
say,
make it
I've
too
heard you.
personal, but
No, no, but you
I
don't
don't want
have.
to get
But
too much in her business. Feel me? But
no, but from what I heard you say, I heard you say that your girl is annoying you. She bothers you. You just want her to be quiet. You don't want her to be too close to
I
you.
didn't say
I've heard a
that.
lot of
See, y'all
that.
don't be. I don't think y'all be having. Y'all don't be showing emotional intelligence. Cause I said
CJ,
I didn't say all that. I said I like my girl. I say she talks back. Sometimes she, like most women, they're disrespectful. It's not about just being bothersome or annoying me. It's I don't like most people are annoying to a certain extent. It's
define
about
disrespectful. CJ, when you say disrespectful, what do you mean disrespectful? Give me an example.
talking back too much. Just the arguments we have are just ridiculous. Feel me? I don't want to be too personal, but
Right?
the
Why
arguments
do
we
y'all
have are
argue?
ridiculous.
I'm going to
Like
share
her
something
thinking
with you,
she can hang
CJ.
up. Her she could hold on. I'll say this last thing. Her thinking she can hang up. Her hanging up in my face. And then women. Let me tell you what women do. Women.
You don't have to tell me. I know already.
All right, go ahead.
CJ, what I want to challenge you to do this. Try to minimize the amount of arguments y'all have. Set a boundary. So like, okay, I'm going to try not to have an argument or disagreement for 5 days. After that 5 days, say, okay, I'm going to try not to have an argument or disagreement 10 days. Right?
How do I
And then say,
wait? But how do
hey,
I do
wait a minute.
that?
You can wait a minute. Stop. Let me finish. I'm going to try not to have an argument or disagreement every 2 weeks. Having a disagreement or discord every 2 weeks is really freaking good. And you have absolute control over that by your emotional intelligence when you're dealing with her, when you're listening to her, when you're imparting your insight. You have absolutely control of as far as the dynamic of that relationship that you got going on, DJ. CJ, I'm gonna challenge you to do that. I bet you're
I
gonna see
think.
better
Let me tell
results.
you something.
I bet you.
Sometimes women are just trying to Sometimes women sabotage their relationships. Do you agree or disagree?
I
Or my bad to you.
disagree.
Sometimes.
I
So you don't
disagree.
think women ever sabotage their own relationships?
Do they ever?
Yes, yes. No. Yes, if they don't want to be in that relationship, your move.
Correct. That's what a sabotage
But
is.
he asked three different questions. So
Yeah.
are you saying sometimes, ever, never? What are you saying?
That's what I meant. I changed it from sometime to do
To
they ever?
ever?
Do
But you
women?
said
Well,
ever.
he said no. If I said sometime and he say no, that means they never do it.
No, let's just ask a better. See, Kasim, sabotaging relationships. Are you asking when relationships are ending? Who's mostly at fault? Like, what is the question? Like, are they
Saying
ruining it intentionally? Majority of the time.
do women ruin the relationship intentionally just by so they can get out of it by being disrespectful intentionally by just treating you a certain way so they can force you to leave or they have a reason once they leave to get out of the relationship.
Man, that was loaded, CJ. You gave a whole lot of stipulations in that, right? If you'd have just given me one stipulation as far as all of these other ones, then I can give you a more
I don't think I gave you
definitive
a
answer.
stipulation. I don't think I gave a stipulation in the question. Let me re-ask
I'm
it
gonna
real
be
quick.
honest with you.
Go ahead. All right, go ahead. Did he
I
freeze?
believe women test men. I believe they test them intentionally and unintentionally. It's how you handle that. If you are aware that that's what they do, and she's doing certain things to get a certain thing out of you, she's seeing how you respond to it. Right? Whatever your mindset is what she's saying and doing to you. That's what you're going to have as far as how the relationship is going to be quote unquote destructive or how the relationship is going to go on. Right? So I don't have that mindset that my girl is doing things that wants to destroy the relationship. I don't have that mindset. Right? And I had to take time and to get out of that mindset and thinking that it was because all it was doing was just sabotaging me, making me move a certain kind of way, and then I'm automatically doing this that's gonna sabotage my freaking relationship, right? So I would say no. I think it's a matter of
It doesn't
my.
happen.
I would no, no, no.
That's interesting.
Mm-mm.
I believe the opposite. Feel me? I believe women sabotage their relationships all the time. They sometimes they get in relationships they don't really want to be. They don't want to be in anymore. So they say, hey, the best way to get out
You
of
think
it
that's
is
just a
to.
woman thing? You don't think it's men that don't want to be with women that will sabotage their relationship too?
That's a good question.
I think niggas do it more, honestly.
Sabotage it how? How do you think
I
men
think
sabotage it? How do
we
you
do
think
that.
men do it? How
We
do you
do
think
it
men
to
do
where
it?
like she be like, yo, get out, niggas like, bye, nigga.
Bye. Because he
Hey,
can't wait to go to the next girl house.
Wait. How is that a
Hey,
sabotage if she
CJ.
told you to get out?
I could write you a book, CJ. I could write you a mean
Niggas
book
do
on
that
that.
shit.
I'm a master at that shit.
Sabotaging your relationship?
I'm a master at that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I think
Bro, why you was? Let me ask you though. Why you was talking about dragons and all that though?
That's my point, bro. Because women want dragons. They want niggas that could
Dungeons
that don't
and
listen.
Dragons,
Let me
they
tell you. Let me
related.
tell you the analogy. This is my boy Fatty analogy. Feel me? Women want dragons that's gonna burn shit up. Do what the fuck. The dragon is a motherfucker that's gonna do what they want to do. That don't listen to rules, right? And then a domesticated dog is the one that's controlled by the woman. They want a dragon and they want to domesticate it, turn it into a domesticated dog. Once you the domesticated dog that they don't like, then they fucking resent you for being a domesticated dog. But if you stay the dragon, then you're gonna eventually burn them, and they're gonna resent you for being the dragon. So you're gonna lose regardless.
CJ, that's the point. Stay the dragon. You
I
have to
am. Oh,
understand the
I
no, but you
know.
have to, but you see, but you have to understand the balance in that, right? Even the Incredible Hulk, Luke Ferrigno, he was Bill Bixby at one time, and then you make him mad, he turns to Incredible Hulk. He don't stay the Incredible Hulk, do he? He do what he got to do, and guess what? He
Here's
turns
what
right down to
happens.
Bill Bixby.
Okay, so here's what happens, right? Here's what actually happens. They want a man, right? That is the top of the top, right? He got the looks, he got money, but you gotta, and you have to earn. Let's say he earned his way there. There's a particular disposition that man has. They also want that man to be like thug adjacent, be ready to rock in any given moment, right? But what they want is him to be that way out in the earth, but not to them. And what they
That's what I
don't
said earlier,
realize is
too.
when that nigga's in the house, he gonna get mad just like he get mad in the earth. That narcissistic tendency that helped him get to the top, you gonna have to deal with a level of that. All the lovey-dovey shit, he gonna probably be at work and you gonna be at home by yourself a lot more, right? But initially during dating, when you with him, that's his goal. But when he leave, it's some other shit, right? And then when you living with him, damn, this nigga never home, right? And so what actually happens is they think they want it until they get it. It ain't even
Correct.
about taming him. They just don't understand what that type of personality type comes with. That's what actually
Right.
happened.
I said that too, and I argue with Tommy with that.
There's no way you said that too. That was
Tommy, did I say that or not?
No.
But wait, the way that Hamp explained it.
Tommy just said yes, motherfucker.
Tommy,
I did
stop.
say
But
He's
the
an
way
idiot,
the way
bro.
you explained it is like when you get a job and when they're like, oh, they paying $65,000 just for entry level, and they got all of these packages, 401k, vacation. But they're not talking about the micromanagement. They might not talk about the supervisor right over you might be a little racist. They're not talking about all the negative shit like, oh, we underwork, we overpaid.
You
Sometimes
just got the job. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we draw it in. Like we having a job fair, but why y'all can't retain workers? The fucking turnover rate
Yeah,
is
that's the thing.
horrible.
Because Sherelle, like this, right? Like they be seeing that nigga, right? Let's say they out with him and all that, you know? And he oh, let's use a movie because it's safer.
Yeah.
Goodfellas, right? You see Goodfellas? Remember when he came to our house and beat the shit out the nigga with the gun? Y'all remember when he was the neighbor? And she was like, God damn, I'm turned on by this. But that's how that nigga was in every facet of his life. And then she like, damn, I don't like this. You know, but it don't just turn off. I think you got to control those type of, you know, yourself. But that's it will manifest, you know. And then I'm not even talking about like he beat her up, but the aggression. You know what I mean? You have to have a type of personality, so the aggression is there. You know.
You know,
No,
crazy.
I can understand what
You
CJ
know.
what CJ is saying is that like women can see a certain motor type of diamonds in a man and then expect that man to change just for her. Like, you can be with a man, you see he don't take care of none of his kids, but you'll sign up to be a 6 baby mama, or he cheats on everybody and then he's gonna be faithful to you, or he disrespectful in the earth and rambunctious, but he gonna be a sweetheart cupcake. They expect like YNs to take them on long walks on the beach and shit. Yeah,
Let me tell you what's crazy too, though, Hamp, real quick. They want you to be nice to them, right? They want you to be mean to everybody else, talk tough, be all this shit to everybody else. They be nice to them, but then when you're nice to them, they're gonna be mean to you. It's the craziest shit in the fucking world, bro.
So then what do you do, CJ? You switch it up. You be dynamic.
I don't be
right?
nice to them. I say, better shut the.
Okay. I know you just messing around because we know that we know that they're not tolerating that shit for a minute, for a long time, and you're gonna be back to square one. Think about like, damn, you know what? She was actually good to me, man. I can't believe I messed it up like that.
You could put it on the home.
Yeah,
but that's what's crazy, Ham. You be nice to them, then that's when they're gonna be mean to you. So you gotta fucking not even be.
But
crazy.
CJ,
So you want to be nice to our
that's
women.
that's the thin line though. Is are you being nice or are you being a pushover? And that's the balance. And like I had this conversation in the Discord, and they said we don't talk about this enough. But I've had to tote that line before, and I've been on both sides of it. And it does come across as being nice, but when you double back and look at it, a lot of guys' version of being nice to women is being a pushover. And so that's the line that's hard to tote. Like I said,
I don't
the
even
most
think that's
important.
true. Niggas
And
just
it's a
trying to do
different.
regular shit. Niggas trying to be a regular. Niggas think. The thing is with the submission shit, niggas don't even be asking for much from their woman. Just be a regular human. Just be a regular person. Like when you nice to your friends at work, when you nice, with your friends or everybody else, just be that with me. I don't need all this superwoman shit. I don't need you kissing my feet when I get home. Sorry, Hank, real quick. I'm offended. Just be a regular fucking nice person, and that's it.
Yeah, you wasn't doing that. I was listening.
No,
Let me
I
read
think
Let me read these real quick. Aaron with the $2 says, Married Lee is way more chill than single Lee. Hank with the $2 says, shout out to the women who led weak men like CJ. You want to respond to this?
Lead.
Who lead? How you know it's lead?
Who led? Who lead?
Because it has EAD instead of ED.
Free Zone with the $5 says, Lee's chick got a blade behind the holographic wall, ready to cut that spinal cord.
Damn it.
Flo, what's popping? For 2 months. Moral of the story, you never win in the end with the woman.
Yes, you do.
Hank with the $5 says, CJ, that little buzz is why you come back. Where is CJ at? Yo, CJ, are you there? Hold on, I'm gonna let him come. I'm gonna let him get up here for me.
Yeah, hold that one.
Reaper with the $5. All right, there you go.
Man, he get on my fucking nerve. I think, bro, he got a man crush on me or something. Like,
Hank said,
you
want to read it? Read it.
See, that little bus is waiting for you. Don't forget your helmet and applesauce, buddy.
Applesauce. Reaper Rell with the $5 says, salute Hamp. Kasim about to go and do some voguing on the dance line at work. Sashay. Ass nigga looking like a bootleg Kim. Salute Kasim. Peace, God. You want to respond to this, Kasim?
That's where that emotional intelligence come in at. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I ain't got to react to everything.
That one time.
Yeah, I ain't got to react to everything.
Casino went off one time. I said, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
I
am from Newark, New Jersey.
Vet Life with the 20 ball says, salute Hamp and fellas. What's popping? Kasim is on point.
Shit like that.
It takes two people to argue, CJ. If you don't entertain it, it doesn't turn into an argument. If she insists on arguing, then you know what time it is. You are in charge of your that life. Salute. Jay the Great with the 2000s. Women want Dr. Martin Luther Shakur Kent X. Joe with the $5 says a dragon they can tame is just a medieval version of the corporate thug that also doesn't exist.
They exist, Joel.
Niggas could be
Corporate
tamed.
thugs exist. I know 5 of them in this building right here. They
Exactly.
exist.
Niggas could be tamed
Yeah.
too. They tame niggas all the time.
But y'all know how
Holla at your boy, you thought your cousin was.
Lord Lou in the building, renew that membership. Appreciate you, cuzzo. That's right. I got 3 more. I got 3 more for Red Pill. Ranger with the $5 says, what y'all care what women think? They just humans. They all got boxes and they swear it's good. They're not the rare or not that rare or special. Women are everywhere. Red Pill Ranger with the $2 says, stop putting pussy on a pedestal. Shit is weird. Red Pill Ranger with the $2 says, if you can get one woman, you can get another one. Right, sure.
Now I was saying, y'all know how like men say that they like good girls and they like hoes too. Maybe women just like both, and sometimes you can't merge them. Like when it's dark, you like when it's light. Like when it's the sunshine, like when it's light. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna keep it solid with you, Sherelle. We don't say that shit.
Y'all do. Y'all love
No,
hoes
what
more
did she
than
say?
y'all love good girls.
No, we don't.
Actually,
No,
if
we
y'all
don't.
had a choice, y'all would pick the hoes.
No, we like fucking hoes. We want to be with good
Y'all pick
girls.
the
We
hoes.
don't want our girl to be hoes. We pray to God our girl ain't hoes. We say, please, God, make sure this girl ain't
Have
a
you
hoe.
smashed more hoes or had more girlfriends?
Smash more hoes.
Okay then.
We like hoes for fun. And I make my girls, I make the ones that I think aren't hoes. I say, you don't look like a hoe. You want to be with me? Not exactly like that. Not exactly like that.
CJ.
Yo, Red Pill Ranger.
It's a little more intricate.
I wish what Red Pill Ranger is saying is on point. I just wish that it was true for most men.
What was that?
I know Red
Which
Pill
one?
be personalizing everything. I was just talking to that motherfucker. I'm like,
Well,
bro, that's not true for most men.
Yeah,
I think that's the problem.
But yeah, I'm just saying, like he's saying, like don't put pussy on a pedestal, right? You shouldn't be acquiescing. Women like you too. Just all the, in terms of like a
he's
little
right,
bit of empowerment. But
that takes time and experience in order for you to get to that point, not to prioritize it like that, right?
Yeah, Red Pill Ranger
if
smashed 400 women
allegedly.
We all it's gonna take all of us time to figure this shit out. This shit don't.
Hey, don't put
come
no
out with
allegedly
this shit
behind my
out.
boy. Sorry, sure. Don't put
Men
allegedly
do.
behind my boy Red Pill name. I believe him.
Allegedly.
But women do like men. Like it is what it is. Women love men. They want to be with y'all. Yeah.
Oh,
I think
they barely like us.
I think it's a bunch of women.
Let me say this, bro.
Trying to change y'all. Y'all not dragging.
Based on who?
And like women like money.
Good. No, I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
Y'all ain't got no
yes,
money.
motherfucker. Yes.
Your chick, the chick that you love, is a hoe, bro. Fuck it. I said it, nigga. Fuck it. You like her. You accept the shit that you already know, right? And that shit start to become less important the more y'all grow together, and then you keep pushing, nigga. But
bro, you pray that she as least of a hoe as she could be.
I'm just saying,
like,
niggas.
Man,
Yeah,
I
niggas
hope
be
she only
praying. It
sucked
don't
one
matter.
dick and she only sucked one.
We
dick.
know y'all like hoes because
we do shit like this. Hold on.
Man,
We do shit like this. Because let's say you start finding out some shit, right? You know what we asked to help our minds, but did you suck his dick? No. All right, bet. Now she's sucking, man. Nah, niggas would be like,
1000% of the time, niggas go ask her. It's shit.
My thing is, all women start off as virgins. None of them get married. The men who break their virginities never marry them. And eventually, when those men go off and get married, they marry women who they didn't break their
Who
virginity.
said the
Y'all
one that
like more.
that took
Y'all
their
like
virginity, they
men.
wanted to get married to the one that took their virginity?
Okay.
Most women ain't sitting there
Yeah.
like,
Yes,
"Oh, marry
the
me."
majority of
No,
women
they
do
don't.
want to
No,
marry the
they
man that took their
Girl, I
virginity.
took the girl that I took her virginity,
At the
took her
time.
virginity. She wasn't looking for marriage. She didn't give a fuck. Let me tell you something.
Why
Story.
you
Oh my
marry
goodness,
her?
this story right here
If
is
all you cared
wild.
about is her being a hoe
Let
or
me
not.
tell you
You know
this
she wasn't a
story.
hoe.
Let me shush.
We love
Hear
no
this story.
this the premise. We love the hoes, right? Because we want to smash. And then while this for the majority of the time, while smashing, we end up liking her. And then it goes beyond that.
Exactly.
Like we just gotta keep it tall.
Exactly. I agree. Well, he
I
talking to
would
you
say
right
for the
now.
most part that's true.
Yeah, I'm saying
For
for
most men.
majority, I would say.
For most men, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody has their
Okay,
own
yeah, I'll
different
say for
thing.
most men, yeah. I
Not
was gonna
for
say because
everybody, right? There's men
Yeah,
out
yeah.
moving with
yeah,
intention to say, hey, I'm doing this, and this. If all that don't line up, then they might not even have sex with the chick, right? They may
hmm
like, acknowledge yellow and red flags and say, nah, I ain't fucking with it. But those men are the minority because here's what we actually do, Kasim. We'll see a bunch of yellow and red flag, and then we'll say, I'm just gonna smash it and then never fuck with her again. You see, the man who really on his dean gonna say, I'm not even smashing it because of these red flags. But most of us say, well, fuck it, at least I'll just hit it then.
Yeah.
Just
You
hit
know
At
what
it.
I
least
mean?
is
Fuck
what
it.
while we're
I
trying to
hit.
hit it right, hoping that that red flag will turn green when we
Hoping
hit
that
it
red
there.
flag is a really not
Uh-huh.
even there. Hopefully,
And
I'm
then
seeing
and
things.
then and
Hopefully,
then
I'm
she
seeing
really
things in this bitch.
got grease. Now shit, niggas like, well, she only called me a bitch once. You saying all types of shit, bro. I'm telling you.
I gotta go have. I gotta go. All
Hold
right.
but
on.
yeah, I
Love
mean
you.
that's what
Go
I
ahead,
was
Tommy.
saying. Is again, once you accept it, you made it acceptable. Then it's hard to kind of complain about it because you the one that made it acceptable.
Tommy, but when do you get to the point where you understand where it clicks and you get it and you start being like more intentional, right? When you know from your past experiences and how things went, you kind of get a little bit more discernment. When do you think that happens?
It's like trial and error, but like the crazy part, like I was talking about in the Discord, like I had females kind of explain a lot of that shit to me. You know what I'm saying? They got me out of because, like I said, like most guys I know, you got something that's just wild, but most of them go through the phase where they've had a chick, you're too nice, you say yes all the time, all of that shit. And then I had to have that explained to me because that shit was weird to me, right? Once it was broken down to me, holla at Pops, holla at some other people, I'm like, okay, bet. Then you have to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. And I think that's the part that people struggle with. And I think that's in all walks of life. Like most people aren't confrontational people, especially with people that they care about. But that's also part of what comes. That's why I said earlier, that's part of what comes with being a leader. So a lot of them conversations that you have to kind of keep shit in check is uncomfortable because some people might hear what you're saying and leave. And you got to be comfortable with that because at the end of the day, you got to pick you first. And I think that's the part where people lose at is like Ham said, like you call me a bitch. Some people they gonna check out right there. Some people I'm gonna sit down. Hey, check this out. That shit ever happen again? This shit over with. If that person don't care, then you don't want to be with that person anyway. But if that person cares, I bet you the next time that shit come in her head, she gonna think about that shit real long and hard before she let it even slip out her mouth.
Exactly, because if a woman really loves you, she has a healthy fear of losing you. If you
100%.
benefit a woman that much, right? I can see if it's a man, a woman gonna treat a man any kind of way if he, you know what I'm saying? They're in a homosexual situation. I've seen where women have the control, and I still see those situations backfire because a man who's gonna be a homosexual doesn't necessarily have a lot of self-respect or self-control, and those are the biggest crash outs when it comes down to these women feeling like, oh well, if you live in my house and da da da, and then he'll beat your ass.
And the funniest
And
part
them be the
though is
main
like,
ones. Them be the main ones because they don't got nothing else to leverage over you. The only thing they'll be able to be, if the only thing a man has left to leverage over a woman is strength, he gonna knock her ass out. That's just what they do when she don't know how to be controlled. So my whole thing is like, if a woman really feels like, hey, this man brings value to my life, I really love and respect him, she not just wilding out on you all the time. I don't see that.
yeah, you and the funny thing about it is you'll hear women almost brag about it. Oh girl, I can't play with him about
I'm wrong
that.
with that
Oh,
nigga.
like
Man.
I've heard that a lot of times. So I mean, I don't know.
When
To
girls,
each his own.
when girls like when dealing and you gotta ask them something, they be like, oh, I gotta ask my man. And other women hate it. Be like, oh girl, you just gotta ask him for everything and da, 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 da. Because that woman like, bitch, I'm not letting my man go nowhere. They make songs, I'm not coming up off that. I'm not coming up off him. I don't care what happened. Other girls come, we gonna share them. I'm not coming up off this one. That's how women be feeling about them. When
And
you
I'd be lying.
The question
if
is though.
CJ, I just say I'd be lying if I say it doesn't extremely help to be a desirable. I just put it like that. Because then you get to the point to where, you know, they don't want nobody to have that. You know, the same way guys get with the chicks. Like, I don't want nobody else to have that.
That's a
that
component
dude.
in too.
Yeah.
But the question is,
I just don't think that anybody should tolerate disrespect. I think all disrespect should be checked at the door. And if you're in a situation where you allow yourself to be consistently disrespected, it's because you don't have self-respect.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah.
You want to respond to Hank?
My boy Hank is obsessed with me. I don't know what's my guy's problem. I told you he might have a man crush. Feel me? And Hank,
That's gay, bro.
I don't swing that way, brother.
I'll leave with the $10 to him. Can you ask them what's the difference between a hoe and a woman who has casual sex, dating or not? When you break it down, a woman who has sex out of wedlock is a 304. Prove me wrong. So I hear a justification because they said, no, I was dating. It wasn't a one-night stand. I was in a relationship, right? But generally speaking, is that real commitment? Are you married? Are you single until you marry? Like, how do you vet what was a long enough time to acknowledge to qualify it as a relationship? So if you kicked it with them for 3 weeks and smashed them, is that different than 2 days?
I think his point is any sex outside of marriage, they should be considered a hoe.
No, I know. I'm just in terms of like minding it through, because they'll be like, no, I that wasn't. Well, I had a relationship. What 2 months, 3 months? What's the quantifiable aspect to his point? You know what I'm saying? So, what's the math on it? So as long as it's not the first night, you good? You know what I'm saying?
They were supposed to remain virgins the whole time until they got married. If you're not a virgin, you're married, you a hoe.
Where do they say that in the Bible?
And you're supposed to remain chaste. I guess that's what we're looking for.
No, it wouldn't say. It would say she's defiled though.
But defiled doesn't mean hoe. A lot of times when they're talking about hoes, they're talking about prostitutes or women who sell.
Yeah, it's prostitute. Yeah, that's what a hoe is.
But a woman who has sex with a man who she isn't married to, especially back in the day when.
Sherelle, it's an unfair question if you can you can allocate. So you can say you say defiled isn't a hoe, right? But then you say prostitute's a hoe. But the word hoe ain't in the, hold on. But the word hoe ain't in the Bible. So now you can replace you can put it with prostitute. That means I could put it with defiled.
Well, neither one of them are true. Because a hoe is a promiscuous woman or a woman who
any woman who slept with a man that's not her husband is a hoe.
So what's a man? So what is a man who sleeps with women who's not his wife?
A hoe maker, whoremonger.
Yeah. The funny thing about it is, right, when it talks about Solomon, it says that he has concubines. They're literally there to please him.
But I don't understand why y'all always like uplift Solomon. Like That
No,
wasn't the
we're
man's
not.
downfall of his whole life. Like, why don't we ever take
We're
that?
not saying, oh my goodness, y'all can't. And I'm noticing this more and more. Y'all
You
just
see
take
it?
something and just run it all the way to the ground.
That's
It's
women
simply
like it.
saying that Solomon having concubines, he didn't get called a negative term. That's why I brought it up. I didn't bring it up to say that because he was dealing with women that wasn't of his nation, that perversed his mind in the worshiping false gods. That's not why I brought him up. But even still, when y'all make that point, Sherelle, it wasn't the women, it was the women that came from different nations that fucked them up. Remember? That's the highlight, not the numerous amount of women.
So is a concubine a negative term? Is a concubine a whore?
And we are. And,
Is it?
what's hemp?
Is it? I think it might be, right? If you're a concubine.
What's podcast point hemp?
I don't know.
Women are prostitutes. So she replaced prostitute with hoe. Women are hoes. It's over.
Well,
it's said and done.
All women are hoes then.
Women are hoes. And what's
Is she? Well, see, that's what I'm
women
thinking.
Are hoes, women are hoes. 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 Play the clip.
Well, what I'm saying is she the I think that defiled may be a better term.
I agree with you. I like it.
Right? Because to Sherelle's point, outside of the Bible, hoe is a woman that has that behavior with, I would say, numerous men, right? But if you have sex with a man that's not your husband, right, for whatever reason why, and it doesn't manifest to it, she would be defiled at that point, right? But does that automatically make her just straight promiscuous? You see what I'm saying? So that actually kind of.
I like your point,
but if you're a woman, you're having sex within the confines of a relationship.
No, you gotta be married.
Within
no
that,
confines of the
within
relationship.
that, the government ain't making marriage in the way that it was now. So men are just disagreeing to marriage. The construct of the government marriage has nothing to do with God at all. A man saying, this is my woman, this is my wife, and then consummating that by having sex with her, taking care of her, having children with her. These men are in relationships to take care of these women. Back in the Bible days, that would have been his wife.
No, because he also got to get. Hold on. He also, when you go through, right? So when you have sex with a woman, she's betrothed to you, right? So you engage her to be wed. If her father doesn't approve, you can't marry her, biblically speaking. So so when we say sex is marriage, that it's said, but when you read the verses properly, there's another step to it.
No, what I'm saying is, well, that's the situation. Like, it's just in modern day, that would be the relationship. It would just be a relationship.
What? Sorry.
The way they used to do it in the Bible days, in modern day, it would just be people who get in relationships and live together.
What do you mean?
You're saying they all married. We all married because we live together and we're in a relationship. We consummated the.
We're more adulterers than we are fornicators.
But it's so.
If we take what we do right now, it would be more.
But then Sherelle, then women
fornication.
Then are women just sleeping? Or how are women sleeping with all these men? Are they married to every man they sleep with? Then
no. Do you know what adultery is?
No, there would be adulterers.
Then
yeah, it would be adulterers. It wouldn't be fornication because men and women having sex.
Because there's a difference between a woman. Because y'all saying hoe. Well, it's a difference between a woman that has 300 bodies and a woman that has 5 bodies, or a woman that even has 30 bodies. It's a difference between the one who has 300. And if y'all didn't believe so, then y'all would go marry the girls with 300.
Just more of a hoe. And our standards got so low, Sherelle, that we don't even know if the girl we talking to have 5 or 300.
Y'all all have access to marry virgins, and y'all don't marry them.
Most women are not virgins. We don't all have access to marry virgins. It's about 1%.
They're all born that way.
It's about 1% of virgins.
That way. They're all born that way,
and they don't stay that way. They lose their virginity early.
Okay, y'all are born. They're born that way, and nobody is teaching y'all or instilling to y'all that if you're having sex with a woman, that you need to marry her. Nobody instills that in y'all.
The women don't want to get married. The women don't want to get married. So you can't force these women to get married. The dad
That's
ain't
a
saying,
prin-
hey,
that's
you
a
gotta get
principle. That's a
married. The
principle
dad
and a
ain't saying,
standard.
hey,
Y'all
hey,
have
woman,
chose to
since you
let
had
go.
sex
So
with this
let it
man, you
go.
gotta marry him. The dad ain't
Y'all
saying it.
gotta let
The
it
moms
go.
ain't saying it. Nobody's
What
saying
is
it. The
it?
community ain't enforcing it. The women aren't religious. They just say they are. They not really religious. They not spiritual, whatever the hell that mean. The women just do whatever the hell they want to do.
And the
And then
men
blame
do
the
too.
man.
Let me tell you.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Yes.
I don't understand how a collective group of people, and it's like 300 million of y'all in this particular country. How a collective group of people have made a conscious decision to let go a way of life, let go a certain standard, let go of principles, and then let it go, and then only try to bring it up when y'all trying to demonize somebody.
Men still have
Collectively, consciously shifted that.
men still have principles, standards, and all the things you're talking
No,
about.
y'all
The
don't.
women don't want them men. The women want men who are lower than the less. They want the men that don't have the standards. They want the men that don't have the fucking beliefs. They don't have anything. They want. Go ahead.
Oh, but think about it, right? When we talk about the principle and standards, right? We would say that we can maintain standard in other categories, but when we're talking about dealings with women, do we have standards? Because that's the context.
This is. They'll kind of say that all the
They was
time. We
doing it
say
in
we
the
want
Bible. They
women to
was
marry.
lying and stealing and cheating. They was
We
raping women. They was
say we
raping
want women to be
innocent. They was
virgins.
doing it in the Bible. There were men there who did not give a hell about a standard. They lost it along the way because it wasn't something they felt like they could live up to. That's why people leave religion with God, because they don't want to follow the fucking rules. And the collective has chosen fuck the rules. So when you are collective and the vast majority of people have said fuck the rules and forget the standards and forget the way of life that God is, then this is the result. You don't
Remember,
demonizing when you're not even participating. You're not a man of God, and the Bible also says that a godless man deserves a godless woman. So why are y'all godless men ending up with godless women and y'all mad? Well, that's exactly what they said you was gonna end up with.
I don't know if you remember that book that Ilkan said he was writing. Women say they want. Men say they want virgins. What do women say? They want to be sexually liberated. Men say they don't want. Women do the opposite. I can't remember the exact fucking phrasing of his book, but women do the opposite of whatever men say they want.
Well,
We can't hold them to any fucking standard.
No, it's that. Don't worry about the say, right? Motherfuckers say a lot of shit.
Can't
Right?
hold
I'm not
these
listening.
women.
I can't listen to so. If I actively say I want a virgin, right? But I'm actively smashing women with no intention. By nature of my actions, I don't want a virgin. This is what people do consistently, and it's the thing we have to look intrinsically upon, right? We base what we do is good or bad, right and wrong on our intentions, but we judge everybody else on their actions.
This is all of it. What did Cheeky tell you the other day? Cheeky said
Hold
he would not
on.
wish this life.
I'm talking to everybody, right? So there's 400 people here, right? So I want to make sure they hear it, even if you disregard it. We judge everybody else based on their actions, but we judge ourselves based on my intentions. So if I'm running through smashing, boom, 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 but I say I'm looking for a wife, well, if I'm smashing them first as the vetting process, it's probably not what I'm looking for. If I'm looking for virgins and I'm even smashing chicks, even when I don't like them, I'm really just looking for pussy, right? So I just want to make sure that my actions and my words line up, and if they don't, I can't claim the words over what I'm doing. That doesn't make sense.
That point didn't even. That point, it's not even fucking relevant, really. Because I could be looking for a wife, and if finding a wife is through smashing women, then that's how I'm gonna do it.
No.
How did you find your wife? Through fucking women.
Yeah, hold on.
All of us finding our wives through fucking women.
What I'm
but
saying.
then you want to act like
we're talking about intentions, right? So you're communicating an intention, right? I want virgins, right? But you making sure you get sex from every woman that you deal with. So by proxy that you don't want virgins. I'm saying that I was out here smashing with no intention, and I ran into a woman I wanted to be with, right? If I was out here looking for a wife, then I wouldn't be smashing in the process because I wouldn't want that type of modus operandi to be a part of how my wife operates, right? So it's all about the intention, but we keep on communicating a thing that's not true based on our action disproving it. That's all.
If you wasn't out here smashing, then you might not have ran into your wife.
They had a man who came on here and said he was a virgin.
But CJ, that's not looking for a virgin.
Was a virgin and found his wife who was also a virgin, and now they're married with a kid.
Yeah, you said virgin.
And exception don't make the rule.
Yeah,
most men aren't fighting than virgins.
CJ,
Cheeky said he's been looking for fucking a girl for forever.
Wait, but let me just clarify this. This is a misunderstanding, right? That needs to be heard. People are saying they want a thing, but they're not intentional about pursuing that thing. They're literally operating with women that are exuding the exact opposite behavior. Now, I spoke on this several times. I found my wife fucking hoes. You understand? Now, if I was looking for a wife intentionally, I wouldn't have been fucking hoes. When I saw a red flag, I would have moved on from them. But instead, because my goal was just to smash, then I just work my way through, let her be a dickhead, fuck, and then get out of there. See, how I'm moving changes based on what my actual intentions are. That's the point, and I want you to understand that point. I'm not saying what's actual. I'm saying when you articulate an intention, now the actions have to back it up.
I understand that.
That's what I'm saying.
Did your intentions change before you found your wife?
What do you mean?
Did you say I'm looking for a wife now, and then you ran into your wife, or did you find your wife? Then you say, "Hey, I like this girl. I can make her my wife."
But I just said that.
I don't think you did. You just said
I said I was fucking hoes. That's what I was doing.
Right.
And then I found my wife doing that. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so your intentions didn't change, and you still found your wife. That's the point.
But I'm articulating intention, right? When you say you want something, your actions should follow it. You see what I'm saying?
I'm rebutting your intentions that you did not. Your intentions didn't change, though. Your intentions didn't change. You still went out in the street and you found your wife.
I just want you to understand it, right? Because we're saying a man can't say men want virgins, right? You can't say that and then your actions don't exude similar behavior, right? That's the key. I'm not making a declarative statement, but when we make declarative statements, our actions should follow and align with the declarative statement.
But the thing is, if I say I want a virgin and I'm not running into virgins, that don't mean I can't have sex with the woman I'm running into. I still want a virgin. I'm just not finding the virgins. The marketplace is too.
If you're a whoremonger, you're not a man of God.
Let me try to.
So you don't deserve a virgin.
Let me try to give an example. If I want a bachelor's degree in business, but I'm going to classes for basket weaving, I'm still going to school.
Not a good example.
I'm still going to school. Like I'm just because if you want a virgin and you messing with chicks that's outside, in my head that's two different crowds.
Tommy, stay with your this is. But you know what is even more like, Tommy? I want a business degree, but I'm going to basket weaving classes. They're gonna say, "What the fuck you doing in here?" If you want a business degree,
exactly
right? You saying you want a business degree, but you keep going to basket weaving classes.
But wait, I'm about to kill this.
And what you saying, CJ?
Hold on, I'm about to kill y'all. But if niggas that went to basket weaving classes somehow ended up with business degrees,
they won't.
And the niggas that went to business degree school or went to the business classes, they didn't end up with business degrees. You would say, fuck it. Oh, this is how we get the business degrees? By going to the fucking basket weaving classes.
But CJ,
niggas that's going to the business classes aren't getting the degrees. The niggas that's going to the basket weaving classes are ending up with the fucking business degrees. Somehow, some way.
That would mean
we're literally listening to niggas.
That would mean they were going down the whole path, smashing everybody, and then get a virgin at the
Thank you. Well, even if it's not a virgin, they're getting the marriageable women.
CJ, we're actively listening to niggas that's actively fucking and not ending up with virgins.
Yeah, because it's a virgin thing, CJ. So because a lot of us have a prerequisite to relationship, and the prerequisite is sex, right? So if that's a prerequisite to a relationship, and you have to have sex before locking in with her, because that's what most of us that's a
That's
qualification.
because that's the marketplace women created, Hemp.
But this is what you have to reconcile it with. You have to reconcile it with you saying that men want virgins. It doesn't reconcile. That's the point, right? That's the point. That's all we simply saying. Or let me speak for myself. That's all I'm saying, right? So if you say a thing, move in a way which you can obtain that thing, right? But if you're not saying it and then it happens, that's a different thing than I'm saying this is what I want and I'm pursuing X, right? Because your actions would mirror your intent. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot what I was from everybody with. But if I could move around the world, Hemp, and I forgot how I was going to make the point. I'll leave it alone.
So I ask you this: if you're looking for a virgin, do you think the best move would be to be moving around smashing hoes? If your intent is to find a virgin?
Yes. If niggas got their wives through smashing chicks.
No, you keep using the word. You keep using the word wives. We're literally saying virgins.
Yes, she's a
Anybody
virgin.
can be a wife.
If the marketplace, yes, I will keep running through chicks until I run into my virgin, because the marketplace is so small, and I gotta. How do I meet the women? By being in the world. And the women won't like me. And how do I know the virgin's gonna like me if I have no experiences with women?
And then CJ, if you have to, a girl can't be your girlfriend until she has sex with you, or you run into the virgin. How the fuck?
That's not how it was. That's not how it was. If it's a virgin, she have higher demand. She's gonna say, "I'm not gonna have sex with you until you make me your wife."
Yeah, no, you just, and even like the places in which you move to where you meet in women that don't have that disposition, right? You're less likely, right? So I think with something like that, because it's so rare, you have to be much more intentional, right? You got to go to particular places, learn different things. You just be surprised, like, where do you find someone that has that disposition, right? So if you're moving in a place where you constantly running in the hoes, then you'll be less likely to find that virgin. So you have to move differently, right? That's why your actions got to match your intent.
The hoes are everywhere. The hoes are in church. The hoes are in schools. The hoes
Well, no,
are
I'm
in
not.
libraries.
Listen, it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing, right? And I couldn't even tell you where, right? I'm just thinking through it in terms of actions and intentions. You know, I think a lot of people talk, and I think talk is cheap. You know what I'm saying? So I think if you're saying a thing, do things that help you get to that goal.
And most of the time, we won't even know women's body count because they lie about it. We won't even know if they're virgins or not. We are in a circular game. I don't know if y'all not listening to me. I don't think y'all really care to listen to me.
No, you're saying that men are still getting wives because you changed the verbiage, getting wives while fucking hoes. And so I don't disagree, right? I'm just saying if a man articulates he has a particular goal,
he could still get a virgin while fucking hoes too.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's the crux of the matter, you know. But I just don't want people yelling out some shit and then their actions don't match their what they're saying.
They don't want virgins.
I agree with that.
Chris Brown went to like some type of town, and the town decided to like gather all of their virgin women for him. And he was like, huh? What the fuck is that?
Let me read this. D-Lock was probably something. Relations equal relationships. Hoes equal businesswoman. Sleazy equals loose. T.O. with the $5 says they weren't virgins before y'all hit. LOL. Lee with the $10 says Sherelle flip-flopping. Let's play Swear to God. Swear to God. Sherelle didn't say men chase their purpose. Not sex an hour ago to HAMP. Now we saying men chase cat. You want to clarify?
No, I didn't.
She did say that. She did say that.
Well, we had a conversation about.
I said men don't chase cat, and I never said men chase cat. When did I ever say that?
Yeah, you were saying they don't chase cat. I walked off. I didn't hear it. Did you? What else did you say?
I never said men chase women.
Okay.
And it's majority. There's men who chase women, but I don't think the majority of men are just cat crazy. No.
T.O. with the $12 says How do you pursue a virgin that's not there? Yeah, it's rare, man. Listen.
Um, the chick that was on the couch when her wig slipped off, the comedian, virgin. Imagine that.
The girl Tim's that this is the piece that we cannot find virgin.
Well, I think to T.O.'s point, it's a rare thing, right? And it's difficult. I'm just simply saying, if that's your goal, make sure your actions are parallel to that goal, right?
But this be my problem, Hank.
Towards the goal, that's all.
Anything that is considered pure, great, immaculate, whatever, is usually what? It's rare. Not too many things on this earth that's looked at that way that's not rare. It's almost what makes it rare.
Yeah. When I think no, 100%, it's gonna be difficult, right? When I think about like my pursuit of things, at that time I was like finding the truth as well. So I'm just thinking about like that time period and how my mindset was starting to shift. And I wonder if that kind of changed my movements subconsciously in a way. Just in terms of reflection,
Yeah.
Brad arrangement this analysis. You can smash 304s and still be looking for a wife. You have to slot women where they at. Wives get treated like wives and hoes get treated like hoes. We respect women how they respect themselves.
Okay, but
That's 1,000%
that still goes against all of them are hoes. So you cannot separate the wives from the hoes, because if they had sex out of wedlock, then they're a hoe.
Then
they're not a virgin, they're a hoe. There's no in between.
And I would say this too.
That's what they're saying.
We're not even looking for virgins anymore, though. Sorry, Tommy.
We know.
Go ahead.
Well, hold on, wait. First of all, you can't say that when people literally said that's what men want. But number two,
niggas is not specifically saying they want virgins. They want women with low body counts now. But they want
just have a super chat that said that. We just have a super chat that said that.
No, niggas is not saying, hey, I gotta give me a virgin. You gotta be a virgin or nothing. Niggas looking for the lowest body count that they could find. And they know that virgin is hard to fucking find in today's market. Cheeky said it. Most men agree. Y'all niggas ain't running into virgins like that. I ran into one virgin, I think, in the last fucking 10 years. Like, what is we talking about here?
No, I agree with, and again, I'll double back to what I just told him. Anything that's rare, valuable, etc., it's usually it's rare.
Exactly. We're not
low body count is rare too.
We're not gonna find a lot of male virgins either. People in that lane is a small lane.
They make more Hondas than Rolls Royces.
Red Pill with the $5 says, just because you smash hoes don't mean you don't want virgins. You can't squeeze lemon juice out of a rock. You can do two things at once. Yeah, no, 100%. I think that you guys can fight to make the point, right? Understand how we analyze most things, right? So if you tell me something, but your actions do not support it, generally speaking, what you told me is bullshit. If y'all don't understand, if I say something, at my best, I'm gonna try to do it, right? And I'm gonna try to move in a way to get that done, right? And so if your actions don't match your words, I'm wondering, do you actually mean those words? If y'all don't understand that sentiment, then we probably couldn't even be friends, to be honest.
You understand it, but the thing is, you don't understand our sentiment. You fighting hard against what we're saying instead of us fighting against what you're saying.
Stop. Here's what I'm saying, right? I acknowledged it. I acknowledged this point. I acknowledged T.O.'s point, right? But it comes off as superficial at best because the actions don't support the words. So I understand what motherfuckers is saying, but then I'm looking at what we doing, and I'm like, well, you probably don't mean that.
Now, hold on, wait. How about this though? Listen to this. Mm-hmm. Let's say you are doing that, and you run into a virgin, and her standard is, I want a virgin too.
That's not their standard.
Just check.
That's not their standards. That's not her standard. I wasn't the virgin I ran into standard. Most virgins ain't saying. Most virgin women aren't saying, I want a virgin man too. Stop it.
Because you harder saying you don't even know.
Because most women don't care about body count.
He didn't say that. He was saying, hypothetically, you run into a virgin while you are doing that being fucking hoes. and then you cut them off. So what was the rest of it, Tom?
No, I'm saying
And
if
you gotta
her
find another
stand,
virgin.
which is also rare.
If it's
So
so,
you put your, because it's no different than like with the kid thing, right? If I want a woman with no kid, if I have one, now I might run into a woman with no kid that don't want me to have a kid. Now I've just ran into a problem.
I agree. So we gotta find a different one with no kid that might accept you with a kid. You gotta find one that accepts you with your kid.
But listen to what you're already saying about how hard it is to find a virgin. And now you just checked yourself out of one that you possibly could have had. You see what I'm saying? So you damn near making it harder on
Most
yourself.
virgin women are not looking for virgin men.
CJ, you've already said you don't know them.
I said the one I ran into, the ones I did know, that's what they didn't care about. Me being virgin.
Okay,
when I was in high school, guess what I had? A virgin girl. And she wasn't saying, you gotta be a virgin too. Nobody
So now
gives
we
a
going
fuck.
off
The
of high
women
school
don't give a
shit?
fuck. None of the women I've ever been in, I was with two virgins in high school.
That's still proving the point that I was making. That you had the virgin and you chose to be with the hoes. Because if it's only virgins and hoes, and y'all would choose women who are sexually active over virgins, y'all prefer the
Who said I left those relationships? Who said I left them women?
All right, let me read these, y'all. D-Lock with the sounds of AMP. What was it about the miss that made you stop your? What is that? Cucumber?
The miss. I guess.
Oh. Yeah, man. I don't know. I never really had a relationship that I liked hanging out with the girl before. Like my boy, he used to always bring his wife to everything. I'm like, yo, bro, we like drinking beer and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then when I found, I'm like, damn, I actually like hanging out with this person. That shit resonated with me. I just never had that feeling before. And then just other things I was working on in my life. But I guess about her specifically, it was just like that type of energy. Red Pill Range with the $5 says, to marry a virgin, you have to pursue women. Virgins are still women. When you see she ain't one, that don't mean throw the box in the trash. Okay. Cali Bad with the $5 says, it's ass backwards to be looking for a virgin at 40 years old. You're about 20 years late in your search. Christopher J with the $5 says, what's your goal for these virgins? You won't marry them, so it seems you just want to turn them into non-virgins, which is odd.
Which is what men do.
Are they talking about men in general right now?
Into non-virgins.
Yes, who said I was looking for a fucking virgin?
They're turning them into non-virgins. That is the most operandi. That is 90% of men. They want to turn her into a non-virgin, not a wife. Clearly.
Matreon with the $10 says, do you have to be a virgin to want a virgin? Doesn't make sense. No, you don't have to be.
No.
D-Lock with the $10 says, I actually came across a 43-year-old virgin, but she was too religious / into God, and I'm not a believer, so it wouldn't work.
And that's what most men say. Most men can't get by. Most women who are virgins are very religious. And those men don't want to deal with those very religious women because they don't have the same belief system. Okay, there may be Muslim girls, so their families are raising these Muslim girls to be virgins. But you're not a Muslim man. You're not about to get down with that. So you're gonna skip over where the virgins are because those are the ones who are instilling the principle in their children. If these men are instilling their virginity into their daughters, they want you to show up at their house ready to marry their daughters. Men in the world are not showing up to just marry some woman they ain't had sex with yet. And 90% of men will say, I would never marry a woman I haven't had sex with yet.
It's really just women.
So that's not true.
Truth and reality undefeated, but to find out.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, we can address it. I gotta go. Multitasking. The performance of more than one task at the same time. We are not robots. The world isn't black and white. Yeah, no, I think you're right. I just think if there's something that's so rare, I think you have to have a little bit more of a focus, hyper focus on it, you know? Like, for instance, CJ trying to turn pro. So he's been doing 2 of these for how long?
Like 3 years.
And that's hyper focus, right? You really don't have time for much else. You sit up here, chill with us for a little bit, you go work out, you go to work, right? And so when you're looking for something and you're trying to achieve something that's difficult, oftentimes that the hyper focus matters. I think that multitasking is effective to be good at things, but not great. So that's what we're assessing, right? Red Pill Range with the $2 says, women prefer experienced men in most cases. Tommy?
So
hold on, one more.
This my thing.
$5 says, is CJ comparing the mindset of a high school girl that's a virgin to an adult woman that are virgin?
How many fucking adult women? These niggas are
So,
wild.
Ham, I'm trying to figure this out. Do you niggas know virgins or not? And I'm not talking about high school because literally every guy up here is going, they're non-existent, they're nowhere, but everybody knows what they want. Don't that take for you to actually know them? I'm confused.
Nobody's asking for a birth. Why do you keep going back to this shit? Niggas
Are you
are
not reading the
asking
super
for
chat,
the
CJ?
lowest body counts possible because niggas don't know any virgins. You're right. Niggas don't know any virgins. I ran into one in the last 10 years. You know what I'm not asking for? You got to be a virgin. I'm not asking. Nobody asking for that shit. Why the fuck y'all keep saying it? Like niggas saying, hey, I don't even fuck with virgins. No. Niggas fucking with the lowest body count possible. Under 10 would be fucking preferable. Once they start getting to 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 100, that shit is unacceptable. Why do y'all keep going back to this virgin shit?
Because
Nobody's
it's not
asking for that.
Because
true.
CJ, we
we
didn't
know
write the super chat
virgins.
saying that's what men want. We didn't write that
Niggas
super
would
chat. They
prefer
did.
a virgin if they could find one. But guess what they can't find? Virgins. So they not even asking for it no more. They say, give me the fucking best I could get, which is going to be the lowest body count possible. Maybe
Well, how
3,
they can't
maybe
find them?
4,
Because they know
maybe
what they
5,
want.
maybe 10, maybe 15, maybe 20. Niggas accepting 30 bottles.
No,
30
you
bodies, I mean.
windmilling. You're windmilling.
Niggas are, I'm not windmilling. You were windmilling.
No, I'm saying I'm spitting facts.
No, niggas ain't going out.
I know more virgins than y'all. I know more female virgins. I know more male virgins. I know virgins, and I know what they go up against. I know chaste women. I know chaste men. I know celibate men. I know celibate women, and I know the market is trash for every last single one of them.
How many virgins you know over 18?
I know 2, 3. Not including the ones y'all know.
I know 0, I think. Oh, probably my nephews.
I know the girls who stayed virgins in high school got overlooked. I know the girls who were virgins in college got overlooked consistently.
Maybe they were ugly. Maybe they were ugly. Maybe they were ugly. Consistently ugly. Consistently ugly. Consistently ugly.
No, what she's saying is this. I had one chick, right? She used to, I think I told her story before, but like we used to do like work together and all that, right? And she started talking about, you know, other shit. Like she was like, had like building attraction, and she was attractive, but how I say, I didn't want to do it to her. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you ain't want to ruin her.
Yeah, because I ain't
How
like
attractive was she? Was she wifeable, attractive?
She was cute. She was cute. I think that I could see niggas be on some Huggy Bear shit with her.
Oh, you didn't want to be on no Huggy Bear shit with her because she was too young.
Outside, nigga. I'm still carrying a ham. Fuck out.
Hey,
and you know what she did, Sherelle? And you know what she did?
Girls who don't put out get overlooked. In college, girls who don't put out get overlooked. By the time these girls hit 25, they understand in their mindset that
I'm about to kill the argument.
Not putting out, I'm not going to get no man.
Did she care if you was a virgin?
Exactly. She didn't say you got to be a virgin to get these cheeks.
They already
she went to HAMP. She know. Did she know you was outside? Did she know you was outside, HAMP? HAMP. Did she know you was outside?
Because it's not a standard for men to be virgin.
Did she have found a man that was not outside as much as you? That would have liked her and probably wiped her up.
But what do you? I don't know why you're saying that. What are you saying?
It's a fucking argument that she chose a nigga that was already outside doing this shit. Of course, he didn't want to wipe her, but I'm sure she could have found plenty of men that would have wiped her up. And that's to Tommy's point that you got to be a virgin. If you a virgin, what if she looking for a virgin and you got a virgin and you're both virgins? That shit don't make sense.
No, the dynamic. Let me just because you using the story, the anecdotal, right? So the dynamics allow for it, right? So we used to do work together a lot. Now, to be fair, she probably did most of the work, you know. But we was cool, you know. It was managerial accountant was a motherfucker. The regular tutors wasn't helpful.
Shit, and she was still willing to give you them virgin cheeks.
No, come on, man. Listen. What I'm saying, right? So we were in close proximity, right? And so when me and her just doing work, you know, whatever, I'm not wilding and shit. We just sitting there chilling, doing managerial accounting. That shit hard as fuck.
Sure, she was in
we was cool.
Proximity to other men. And she didn't choose them other men that wasn't HAMP, that wasn't that nigga to do it. Stop it, HAMP. Like it was just proximity. She been proximity for a bunch of men.
I didn't finish, right? And I have a lot of experience, right? So it doesn't behoove me to try to make this up for this, right?
I'm not saying make it up.
I'm just saying I've done a lot of stuff, so I'm just looking at the dynamics, you know. So her to be in close proximity like that to me was for a different reason. She wasn't pursuing me, but that proximity is what started to matter, and then whatever about me was appealing. And she was cool. I liked her, but I knew that I wasn't on that type of time. That's why I left her alone. So when Sherelle says looked over, that's often how it can manifest. You know what I'm saying?
Look, my point is,
Yeah.
she probably knew that you wasn't on that type of time. She knew what type of nigga you was. You was a nigga that was outside. She had proximity to a bunch of different men that wasn't outside as much as you, but she still chose you. She said, "I want to give it up to Hamp."
Yeah, they don't.
Hamp's East, DJ Hamp, the Stampede himself.
The things that we grade women on, I don't think they have the same grading scale as us.
But nobody ever was disagreeing with him with that. The point is, it is going to be hard for a woman in this day and age who is trying to be Chaz, keep a low body count, or be a virgin, because men require sex by the third date. Men are not supposed to wait for sex.
Wait. It wasn't even that. Hamp didn't require sex.
You tell if a woman tells a man she's a virgin, she will get overlooked. Majority of the men will be like, I'm not dealing with that.
That wasn't Hamp's point was. He wasn't on that type of time. He would have waited if he was on that type of time. If he was looking for a wife.
And my point was that the majority of men are not on that type of time. So stop trying to set the standard.
That's not true.
When the majority of men don't want virgins.
What is she talking about?
You know what? It actually aligned, right? To be honest, if I was like focused on that, because that's essentially one of those key things that men really appreciate. If a woman keeps her legs closed,
exactly.
And then for her, I was, you know what I'm saying? I was like pretty popular. You know, I play football, et cetera, et cetera. So it actually, but what I'm saying is, she wouldn't grade me on the things that she would grade me highly, that women grade highly on. I probably had a high grade with those things, you know. But I'm just articulating that we don't judge each other on the same things.
And you wasn't on that type of time. But if you still that same nigga, but you was on that type of time, thinking I want a wife, you would have waited for her. You would have said, you know what? And if she was to your liking, you would have said she's a virgin too. I would take her.
Now, now here's the crux of the matter. Take her, and how long do a nigga gotta wait?
You might would have married her if you was on that type of time. Marry her.
No, I'm just saying that the nigga gotta wait part is the tough part, CJ. That's the thing.
But if you was on that type of time, you're looking for a wife, and if you was looking for a wife and she was looking for a husband, then you wouldn't have to wait long at all.
Niggas ain't waiting till marriage, not even for no virgin. The majority.
You don't know that. You don't know that. It ain't enough virgins. It's not even enough virgins in the world to even give that fucking statistic. No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, you might know more virgins. Who cares?
I know more.
You don't even know if they virgins. You don't even know if they virgins. You don't know what the fuck they do with they bodies. We don't know this. We just claiming what we know. We don't know what they do with their bodies when you're not there.
Now we don't even know we all human. Now we don't even know we all boys and girls.
We don't. All right, motherfucker said she women in now. I love you too, Shira. I'm out of here, man.
All right, man, I gotta go. Perfect. Oh, this is interesting, man. I'm gonna do this topic over with the POV because I think I might do it tomorrow. I got some shit to do tonight, but I'm gonna do it with all the ladies up here and start from the top and see what we get out of all of them as well. That should be interesting. Let's continue the conversation and the court and all that. You know what I mean? But this is definitely interesting, all of it, even though we kind of adjacent to the original topic. I don't know. It's interesting, man. What you think, CJ? You got any final thoughts?
Sometimes I don't want to make anything personal. Don't take it personal. Feel me? And yeah, it's a good conversation. I like intellectual conversations, and I don't mind having them.
No doubt. Tommy.
That was a good combo. I'll holler at everybody in the Discord if they want to chop it up.
Yeah, I think they might chop it up some more because the damn virgin shit. Yeah, man. Look, look, yeah.
Good show today. Thanks for providing the space. Like I said, women could control men. They would have more relationships, more marriages. Women do want that. They're settling for what they have. A woman can't control the man that they love, or they would make the man that they love marry them. Men do not want virgins. All throughout high school, all throughout college, virgins are overlooked, and then women get into adulthood and understand that being a virgin is not something that's going to make you desirable to the majority of men. Um, Chastity isn't the most important thing. Men will say it all the time, that they met women with lower body counts, they met virgins, and they did not end up with those women. So I just do not think that it plays an important factor. It's only used when it's time to try to demonize women. Other than that, y'all have a good day.
Yeah, man. I think it's interesting, man. When it turns out that women are the leaders, right? That's the title. But I just wanted to mine through it a little bit more heavily, simply because if we are controlled by our loins, right, and we understand that they have access to sex, what position do we put ourselves in, right? So I just want us to be cognizant of that fact, right? I still believe, and I usually don't say believe because the root words have a little bit of dishonesty into them when you look at the etymology. But I still believe that men are the leaders. It's just that the things that we subject ourselves to put us in a position where we don't have the power, we don't have the control, we don't have the leverage that we normally need to be successful as a leader. So that's the one thing that I want to thoroughly understand, and how you do anything is how you do everything. So let's keep working through that shit, man, for sure, man. I apologize, I gotta do something today. I usually rock out, but if I don't see y'all tonight, I'll see y'all tomorrow for sure if I get this shit done. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Get y'all tickets to Atlanta, directioncyop.com, and do the right thing, man. Like, share, subscribe. Jump in the Discord. It should be a hell of a conversation. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we out.